Western Conference Finals versus the San Antonio Spurs. Here's the voice of the Thunder, Matt Pinto, now on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
Thunder are a win away from punching their ticket to a second straight appearance in the NBA Finals. That one win does not figure to come easily in a series that's seen the reigning champs outscore feisty San Antonio by 9 points total through 5 games of the Western Conference Finals. The Spurs confront their initial experience of facing elimination tonight. Down 3-2, they must find a way to win this game to force a decisive 7th game in Oklahoma City Saturday or see their stellar season end. Fasten in for this one. Game 6 from San Antonio coming up. Good evening, welcome to Oklahoma City Thunder playoff basketball. I'm Matt Pinto, angled above courtside at the Frost Bank Center in San Antonio, Texas with the play-by-play call. So glad you're with us tonight. Well, the Oscar Robertson NBA Western Conference Championship Trophy is in the building tonight and will be presented to the defending NBA champion Thunder if OKC can find a way past the Spurs in Game 6 of this physical, fiercely contested series. Oklahoma City playing without A.J. Mitchell and J-Dub at home on Tuesday, rebounded from an 82-point scoring effort in Game 4 here with a resounding series-high 127 points offensively to throttle the Spurs in Game 5, breaking a 2-2 series tie with an impressive 127-114 triumph that was brought about as a result of a number of key contributors for Oklahoma City as they are on the brink of securing their second straight Western Conference championship. Isaiah Hartenstein certainly foremost in those that step forward with a dozen points, 15 rebounds, a 4-assist beauty, and stealth defense, limiting Victor Wembanyama to 4 of 15 field goal shooting on the defensive end of the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander posted a hard-earned 32.9-assist gem. Alex Caruso continues to befuddle San Antonio's defense in the series. He had 22 points and 6 assists in Game 5. And Jared McCain ascended in his first NBA postseason start with 20, including 18 in the second half. The team's offense transformed Game 4's rugged 33% shooting and 82-point outing into a night on which they were able to generate 69 first-half points en route to the 13-point victory. It was a convincing triumph. Having held serve at home in Game 5, the Thunder now will bid for a shot at a road win that could clinch this series for them against the Spurs. OKC 5-1 on the road this postseason, 1-1 in this series away from home. Thunder are 7-2 last 3 seasons in closeout opportunities, 2-0 thus far in this postseason run, beating Phoenix in Game 4 in Phoenix, 130-122 to sweep that series in round 1, then knocking off the Lakers in Los Angeles, 115-110 in Game 4 to advance past the Western Conference semifinals. A victory tonight earns the Thunder a spot opposite Eastern Conference champion New York in their second straight NBA Finals. It's all on the line for OKC. The Spurs know a loss and their season is over. We'll hear from Mark Daigneault on the key matchup in this series next on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
At Brahms, we offer more than just burgers, shakes, and fries. We have an entire fresh market for your everyday grocery needs, from farm-fresh milk to meats, freshly baked breads, and produce. We also carry a wide variety of our premium ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sherbet. And with Brahms delivery trucks running 7 days a week, our items are always fresh. Stop by your neighborhood Brahms Fresh Market for an incredibly fast, incredibly convenient grocery shopping experience, so you can spend more time on things that matter most.
It's the Song of the Saints Tour with Phil Wickham. Phil Wickham with new music from Song of the Saints, as well as many of your favorites. Phil Wickham's Song of the Saints Tour with special guest Jamie McDonald. Sunday, September 27th at Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. More info at philwickham.com.
It's time to hear from the head coach of the Thunder, Mark Daigneault, now on the OKC Thunder Radio Network.
Thunder have a chance to make a little modern history. 7 seasons since the last team made consecutive Western Conference championship runs, and that was the Golden State Warriors doing it from 15 to 19, and the Thunder have that opportunity at hand as they lead this best-of-7 Western Conference final against the Spurs, 3-2 entering Game 6 on the road tonight at Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. A season ago, on their run to a title, the Thunder had 2 closeout chances in series along the way in Game 6s on the road, and were not great in either of those, losing in Denver by 12 in Game 6, ultimately winning Game 7 big. Same scenario in the NBA Finals against Indiana, a chance to close out that series in Game 6, and lost it scoring 91 by 17, and ultimately won Game 7 at home. Does the learning from those experiences help them tonight? Here's Mark Dagnall.
Yeah, this is a team that grows from its experiences. They look in the mirror when things don't go well. They stay humble when things do go well. It gives us the best chance to grow. But these games are a challenge. Every single playoff game is a challenge. Every win in the playoffs is earned. The other team is just as hungry, wants it just as bad, just as competent, just as good. So they're tough. Tonight's going to be a complete battle. It'll be a very difficult game to win.
And for the Thunder, they know they had success in here in Game 3, recovering from a 15-point deficit to start, ultimately winning that game by 15. The bench was big in that one. And when you look at Jay Will bringing his energy off the bench, will that be a key component as we look ahead to Game 6 tonight?
There's no team that you can handle just with one guy. There's no player that you can handle with just one guy. We try to play a five-man defense against anybody, to be honest with you, but it's critical against top-end talent. And we have to play as five guys on offense. So that's our challenge tonight. We got to go out there and be a five-man team as many possessions as we can of the game.
Thunder done a really good job when they've been successful in this series in cracking the Spur defense with consistent scoring, over 120 three different times, as they are in the driver's seat right now, a win away from clinching this series. What is it about the Spurs' totality of defense that forces the Thunder to play their best on the offensive end?
I mean, they got all the marks of a great defense. They've got obviously the rim protection, speaks for itself, but they have great point of attack defenders that are highly aggressive and that really make you uncomfortable on the perimeter with that behind them. And then they're competent. They've got schemes. They're organized. They're disciplined. They're well coached. So all the things you need to be a really good defense, they check all the boxes, and it's required us to really be precise on offense. It's made us better, like good or bad. We've had good games against them and we've had tough games against them, and it's forced us to improve. It's a great thing for us, but we have to apply those lessons tonight if we want to give ourselves a chance to be efficient against them.
One of the reasons Thunder overcame a series-high 17 turnovers for 22 points in Game 5 and that a win by 13 over the Spurs was their rebounding prowess. Won the rebounding battle by 7. That included 26 second-chance points cashed in. And Lou Dort's ability to go get missed shots is beginning to be a factor in this series the last 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a quiet offensive series, and I think it's prevented him from getting a ton of shine. But you're talking about a guy that is taking on the toughest assignments every night. Offensively, he's played very much inside of himself. And helped us function on that end of the floor. And to your point, he's done a great job of getting the ball, on both ends of the floor. And so it's been subtle, but his impact has been great for us. He's been a huge part of the success we've had, even in this series. Like I said, despite the fact he hasn't had a lot of shot attempts or a lot of points. And we're going to need everybody tonight, but certainly it's comforting knowing we have him lining up in a game like this.
In the absence of A.J. Mitchell, still out tonight nursing a strained adductor, and J-Dub, who is available in this game. He will not start for the Thunder, but he is available and in uniform. OKC's been more turnover-prone the last 2 games. 1 a loss in Game 4, 1 a win in Game 5. I asked Mark Dagnall, is that a critical element of Game 6 tonight? Had an interesting response. Listen.
Yeah, I think there's a huge difference between, we had high turnover games in 4 and 5, but there's a huge difference between those 2 games offensively in terms of our approach. And I thought what our approach did in Game 5 was it gave us a margin for error to be a little bit sloppy, and we were. That's not the plan. We'd like to be clean, but we'd much rather approach the game like that and endure some sloppiness as a result than to not. There's a huge difference in how we approach those games offensively, and we'd like to have it all, but if we could only have the approach, if you guaranteed me we approached it like that tonight, I'd take it.
Well, it makes sense, and the Thunder want to bring a strong approach from the outset. They know the Spurs will. Backs to the wall, an opportunity to either extend this series to a Game 7 Saturday at Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, or without full-on performance and a victory. Their season ends tonight, and they will fall by the wayside 4-2 to Oklahoma City. These 2 games in this building previously have seen the Spurs lead by an average of 7 after 1 and bring the initial punch. Can the Thunder counter with the initial punch in Game 6? We'll see what unfolds from the outset of this one. Again, we do know J-Dub, a one-time All-Star and All-Defensive selection a season back, is available on the roster but will not start. We'll see what unfolds along those lines as we enter Game 6 from Frostbank Center in San Antonio. Get to the starting lineups for you both ways next. This is Thunder Basketball.
By Devon Energy, founding partner of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and MidFirst Bank, the official bank of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
It's game time.
Now the voice of the Thunder, Matt Pinto, brings you the starting lineups. Sponsored by Kia, movement that inspires. This is Oklahoma City Thunder basketball on the Oklahoma City Thunder radio network.
First conference final in the NBA playoffs since 1981 that's seen both teams accomplish 62 or more wins in the regular season. That best of seven involved Boston and Philly went the distance all 7 games. for the Celtics advance 91-90 in Game 7. The Spurs want to force a 7th game in this series, a series that's seen the Thunder and the Spurs separated by 9 points through 5 games. That is the closest competition in a best of 7 through 5 in 17 seasons in the West. The Lakers in Denver in 2009 were the last team to be this close through 5 games. San Antonio, under the guidance of Mitch Johnson, the 39-year-old in his 2nd season at the helm, his team 10-6 in the playoffs, 5-3 both at home and on the road. De'Aaron Fox at the point guard spot, a 2-time All-Star, playing through a high ankle sprain, 6'3", 185, 9-year pro from Kentucky, averaging 17.5 points, over 6 assists a game, which is 11th high in the NBA. Stephon Castle had a 24-point night 2 nights ago in OKC. He has been a handful throughout the course of this postseason run in his 2nd season, 6'6", 215, out of UConn, averaging 18.5 points a game in the playoffs. Julian Champagnie shot lights out for 22, a playoff career high in Game 5, 6'7", 217 at one of the forward spots. A 4th-year man from St. John's, averaging 11 in this postseason run for the Spurs. Devin Vassell did not shoot the ball well, 2 of 11 in OKC 2 nights ago. He'll go with the other forward at 6'5", 200, a 6th-year pro from Florida State, pumping in 13 tonight in the playoffs. And Victor Wembanyama shot his worst thus far on his first experience of playoff basketball, 4 of 15. Had 20 points, 12 of those coming at the free throw line in Game 5. 2-time All-Star at 7'4", 235 in the middle. 3rd-year pro from France, averaging 22 points, 11 rebounds, and an NBA high 3.7 blocks. Entering this matchup with the Thunder in Game 6. Now the Thunder starting 5 for this one, a chance to clinch and move on to the NBA Finals for a 2nd straight season.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, number 2, point guard for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Shai roams left, steps back, fires. It's for 3 in the lead. It's online. Count it! Cha-ching, a Thunder money ball.
Jared McCain, number 3, guard, Oklahoma City Thunder.
McCain driving on Wemby. Into the paint, lays it up. And lays it in, challenging Wembanyama and muscling it to the bucket.
Luguentz Dort, number 5, guard, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Dort sets his feet, squares his shoulders, and rainbows home a tray. Cha-ching, a Thunder money ball. He laced it.
Isaiah Hartenstein, 55, center, Oklahoma City Thunder.
The lane to Hartenstein, another push shot. This one from 15 feet away, nothing but nets. So let's rerun it and re-rack it.
Chet Holmgren, number 7, basketball player for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Shovels a bounce pass inside to Holmgren for the 2-hand rim rocker. What a setup by the 2-time MVP.
This is Mark Dagnall, and we are the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Road defense really tough to deal with in their building, allowing only 100 points to the 8 foes they faced on this playoff run, winning 5 of those 8 and holding the opposition under 105 times, including the Thunder in Game 4 here, where OKC was limited to a season-low 82. Whistleblowers for Game 6 are Zach Zarba, the crew chief, James Williams, the referee, Tyler Ford, the umpire, Gediminas Petraitis is the alternate. Thunderclad in road white tonight. Oklahoma blue numerals and letters trimmed in orange, yellow, and navy blue, moving left to right across your radio dial from my vantage point this opening half. And the Spurs in menacing black with gray numerals trimmed in white. Wembanyama and Holmgren are readying for the opening tip in the center circle. They're whipped into a frenzy already at Crossbank Center. Zach Zarba joins that tandem. Both all defensive selections as Wembanyama controls the tip as he has in every game this series. Fox has it, crossing the timeline against Dort. Angling left, gives it up on the flank to Castle, gets a screen from Wembanyama, slices and kicks out front to Champagnie, arcing an angle right 3-pointer that's good. Did that in Game 5, knocked down 4 3-pointers, and he has the Spurs leading 3-0 in Game 6. Dort across the timeline played by Champagnie. Hartenstein handles up top, shoveling behind him to McCain. Sized up by Fox to a curl cutting left wing Holmgren. Holmgren dribbling, trying to escape. Vassell can't. Whips it near midcourt to McCain, slicing left to the baseline. Shovels to Hartenstein, push shot 12 feet in the lane is rattled in. Isaiah Hartenstein scores the first bucket of Game 6 for the Thunder and makes it 3-2. He scored their first 8 in Game 4 on shots just like that. Fox handles, checked by McCain, wide right to Castle, same set. Stephon widens out, back of a Wembanyama pick, feeds Wemby, he'll crank a left wing 3-pointer that's up and in, unguarded. 6-2 San Antonio as Wembanyama gets a quick shot tonight, and it comes again from the perimeter, not operating inside early. SGA across the timeline, greeted by Castle. Cross courts it right to McCain. Spins on Fox into the lane, scoops it, blocked by Wembanyama going up. Hartenstein has it, left wing kick out Holmgren. Wants 3, gets none, he back rimmed it. Loose ball fought for, tipped out by Hartenstein. As the Spurs get it back on top, 6-2. They've done a great job of getting the early jump at home, leading by an average of 7 a game in the 2 games in this building. Wembanyama long angle right 3-pointer is up and good. So Wemby has scored on back-to-back hits. Spurs are up 9-2 thanks to 3 consecutive threes, and the Thunder call an early timeout. A minute 27 into Game 6. We'll take it. This is Thunder basketball.
Welcome back. Another excellent start to the game in this series for San Antonio. Spurs shooting 29% from three-point range in their 3 losses in this series, 44% from beyond the arc in their wins. They've hit their first 3 tonight. Back to San Antonio. Here's Matt Pinto.
Getting you thanks. Match your playoff energy with fresh Thunder gear. The official Thunder shop has fits for every fan. Shop at Paycom Center or at okcthunder.com/shop. Well, Wembanyama had a dozen blocks in Game 1, a 2-point loss to Minnesota in the Western semifinals here. The Timberwolves complained a number of those were goaltends. I would conjecture the block he had on Jared McCain a moment ago was a goaltend. That ball was lofted 2 feet from the rim and tipped off the backboard by Wemby on its downward descent. But unless it's called a goaltend on the floor, there can be no challenge. So the Thunder have seen the Spurs come out breathing fire. Wembanyama's made 2 3-pointers, has a block. Julian Champagnie made the night's first shot. It was a tray as well. And the Spurs have a quick 9-2 advantage in Game 6. Jumped on the Thunder and led 16-8 2 nights ago to begin Game 5, and the Thunder recovered quickly. Oklahoma City ball off the timeout. It remains Dort, Hartenstein, SGA, Holmgren, and Jared McCain. McCain unable to score on that scoop, and Holmgren had an open 3-pointer from the wing that wouldn't go. Thunder 1 of 3 to start the game. The Spurs have made all 3 of their shots. And deploy some token backcourt pressure. SGA picked up by Castle. Angles left to activate for the Thunder. Gets a Hartenstein pick. Grinds behind it to the wing. Down the lane, Hartenstein kicks in the corner. Dort. Rainbows are 3 to the rim. It's online and in there. Ching a Thunder money ball. So Lou hoists and hits. That's the Thunder's first 3 of the night. It's 9-5. Well done off the timeout. Dort a quiet series offensively. Maybe a bust-out night in store for him. Castle left wing. Swoops to the foul line. Now on the paint. Stutter steps. Lays it up on the run and lays it in unguarded. It's 11-5 Spurs as Oklahoma City's defense is not connected early. Gilgeous-Alexander averaging 9.8 assists in this series. Streaks to the left wing. Drives into traffic in the paint. Finds Hartenstein for a push shot that's rolling around and in there from 12 feet away. Thunder finding him pretty much unguarded, although Wembanyama closed late. It's 11-7 Thunder down 4 as Hartenstein has 4 of the 7 for Oklahoma City. Wembanyama with 9:40 left in the first. Feeds the cell and gets it back right wing on Dort. Isolated on the flank. Victor, 7 to shoot. Backs down big post. Steps out front, finds Vassell for a 3 straight away. It's up and short. Leaping rebound. Hartenstein had 15 of those 2 nights ago. Outletting right to SJ. Dribbling head up on Champagnie. Swooping top of the key. Picks it up and gives left wing to Holmgren. Driving. Jump stopping. Shovel feeding inside, Hartenstein catching, and it's blocked going up by Wemby and scooped up by Fox. Got to use a pump fake there. Fox, left wing to Vassell, left corner Champagnie, wide open again for three. It's online but short. Holmgren reels in his first rebound of the night. 3 minutes in, OKC down 4, 11-7. Shea yet to take a shot. Jumped out by Fox on a switch, roaming the left sideline on the right-hand dribble. Up top to Dort, slot right Holmgren on the perimeter. 5 out right now. Dort fed again, a long angle left three-pointer is online, but he back rimmed it. Wembanyama tips a rebound to Vassell. Devin speed dribbles. Slices on Holmgren and kicks on the perimeter of Champagnie. Ball swung up top to Fox. Swooping right. Elevates, it goes up, and Shea got a piece of it going up, and Fox got it back. Out front, Champagnie pump fakes free of Dort, drives and kicks left baseline to Wembanyama. One-on-one on Hartenstein, 4 to shoot. Whips it cross-court right corner Champagnie. He travels, trying to escape the on-rushing Chet Holmgren. Is Oklahoma City a good job that time of not allowing Wembanyama the rhythm and the freedom to make a decisive move. He held the ball too long, resulting in the Spurs' first turnover. 11-7 San Antonio. Dylan Harper the first off the bench for either team. And Harper has been cooled since suffering an adductor strain in Game 2 after a robust double-double in Game 1, including 7 steals. Someone's got to come to the backcourt to help the Thunder. Hartenstein does, as Castle's not allowing Shea to get the ball. Hartenstein has it and gives to SGA. The back-to-back MVP on the handle, slicing right, draws 2 bounce feeds to Hartenstein, pushing up a 15-footer straight away. Not a good shot, it's way off. And not going to live on that tonight. Wembanyama has the loose ball. Working out front, yo-yoing the bounce like a guard, retreats to midcourt, sizing up Hartenstein. Angling right, dancing, crossing over, snaking left. Spins in the paint for a fadeaway one-legged 12-foot jumper that he hits. So he's off quickly. And when he's done this, his team has won. He's got 8 of the Spurs' first 13. It's 13-7 San Antonio.
Good to see y'all.
Thunder made 3 of 8 shots. The Spurs are 5 of 8. Shea gets a Hartenstein pick. Swooping right, kicks on the wing to Dort. Clipped by Champagnie on a reckless closeout. That's a quick team foul on San Antonio that comes with 7:40 left to play in the opening quarter. Julian Champagnie picking up his first. Jay Will in for the Thunder. Isaiah Hartenstein sits down with 4 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. And Keldon Johnson checks in for the Spurs as Vassell, Wembanyama, and Castle remain on, as does Dylan Harper. OKC off to a skittish offensive start as Shea's yet to get going. Retreats to midcourt. Swooping left. Elevates and fires, 16-foot jumper up and in off the left elbow. So Gildas Alexander found some room to roam in mid-range and pulls OKC within 4 at 13-9. Shea off a 32-point outing in Game 5. Wembanyama on the handle. Feeds a high post right to Dylan Harper, the lefty. 12 to shoot. Wembanyama does a long 3 straight away from 28. It's off. Thunder can live with that. McCain has the miss. Jared dribbling head up. Slashing left. Down the lane, shovels in traffic and loses the ball. Out of control. Vassell's got it. Wemby, long leads Castle, challenging Horvath. No, Wemby will. Down the lane, shoveling inside to Castle. Had the layup blocked by Jay Will, but a foul coming on Oklahoma City. Bodies strewn everywhere. Thunder denied the initial thrust, but then the Thunder surrendered the possession on a loose ball opportunity, and Castle goes to the free throw line in a 13-9 game. OKC 4 of 9 shooting early on, rebounds even at 4. Thunder getting decent looks, but they're not converting at a rate the Spurs are. OKC has seen San Antonio make 3 3-pointers and knock down 5 of 9 to begin Game 6. Stephon Castle, a rising star in this league, in this series averaging 18.5. And in the playoffs, knocking down 82% of his free throws. 2 to come here. His first one is up, tumbling good. That's the first foul shot either way in Game 6. 5 minutes in, the Thunder trail by 5, 14-9, as Alex Caruso checks in for the Thunder off the bench. He's been a dynamo in this series, averaging 17 a game, including 22 in Game 5 2 nights ago. And he's made 18 of his 31 threes in this series, incredibly up over 60%. Castle misses the second. Holmgren scrambles for the rebound. Giving to Caruso. Alex across the timeline against Harper's. Pressure spins. Navigates to the baseline. Doubled. Up top to Jay Will. Pass faking. Closed out by Castle. SJ comes to the ball with 10 to shoot. 40 feet away. Working the bounce on Vassell. Angles right. Steps back. Fires a tough contested 23-foot three-pointer. Online, Cha-Ching, a Thunder money ball. Big time shot by the two-time MVP. It's 14-12. He had Vassell.
It's going to be a good ball game tonight.
Wemby left wing to first through Vassell, driving and lobbing. Ball knocked away by Holmgren. Beautiful deflection and steal. SGA probing. Kick to the trailing Jay Will. Corner left Caruso wide open. Strokes a 3 for the lead. It's short. Open look. Wembanyama has the miss shot. His 5th rebound already. Had 6 in Game 5 total. Right wing Vassell closed out by Dort. It swung up top to Harper. Jab stepping, firing. It's for three. It's way off. Hit the side of the rim as Jay Will pounces on it. Thunder down 2, 6 minutes into the first quarter. Holmgren works the left wing. Shovel feeds beyond him to SGA. Guarded by Vassell with 12 to shoot. Isolated left corner to Dort. Driving on Wemby into the paint. Elevates, fires. Fadeaway 13-foot jumper is short. Tough shot. Castle has the miss. Long leading Wemby left wing. From behind, Dort strips him. Lugens in the open court. Gallops to the rim, and he will throw it down with two hands to tie it at 14 apiece. So the Thunder forcing the Spurs into their third turnover. Wemby gave up on the play after Dort stripped him. And Lugens has 5 for the Thunder to begin the night. Deadlocked at 14. OKC trailed 9-2 to start. Harper between the rings, played by Dort. Yo-yos the bounce, a first-team all-rookie selection. Feeding Castle, slot right on Caruso. Stephon, pass fakes, 8 to shoot. Perimeter Vassell off the left wing to Wembanyama. Spinning on Jay Will, kicks out front. Castle, long angle right three is on the way, tumbling short. Jay Will snags the miss. Thunder seek their first lead of the game on a 7-1 run at this point. Deadlocked at 14. Shea between the rings, and we have what called? We have a clock issue. 5:07. They have given Shea a 2, not a 3 on the shot that I called as a 23-footer. I thought it was dicey. I didn't see his right foot beyond the arc. So it's 14-13 rather than 14-14. The Thunder again could grab their first lead of Game 6 on this possession. Dort gets it into Caruso between the rings, wearing that white headband and white sleeve on his right arm. On the dribble, we've Shea down the lane. Caruso, bad pass. He's grabbed by Castle, no whistle. That's the Thunder's second turnover. Man, oh man. 5 minutes left in the first. Thunder have knocked down 6 of 13 shots. The Spurs are 5 of 11. And San Antonio's drilled 2 more threes than the Thunder to lead by a digit. Castle grinding left, back of a pick by Cornette. A moving screen not called. Vassell open, cranks an angle right three, but he rattles down. So the Spurs are being called for nothing early in this game and lead 17-13. Caruso wide left to Dort, cranks a three that's online, back rimmed. Rebound Holmgren to the baseline, spinning. Arce fadeaway over the right shoulder on the follow, couldn't convert, but he's fouled by Keldon Johnson going up. So with Luke Cornette in and Victor Wembanyama out, OKC gets to the ball in the paint. Did a great job in second chance points in Game 5 with 26, beating the Spurs by 13. Foul on Johnson, his first. San Antonio with its second team foul of the quarter with 4:40 left in the opening quarter. Shed had a double-double with 16 points, 11 rebounds in Game 5. Snaps his first foul shot off, and it rolls in. His first point of this night. He has 1.3 rebounds. OKC even with the Spurs and boards at 8 apiece. Lou Dort out with 5 of the Thunder's initial 14. SGA's got 4. Hartenstein 4. The Spurs are paced by Wembanyama's 8.5 rebound, 2-block shot bonanza to begin this first quarter, leading by 3. Holmgren looks to make it 2 and does. So OKC down a bucket, 4:40 shows in the opening quarter. Weathering the early squall, Harper guarded by Cason Wallace, who's checked in. Angles right on the perimeter. Into the paint, kicks left wing Castle, up top wide open, Vassell for 3, bombs it and hits it. Unguarded. San Antonio moving the ball, has 5 three-pointers made on 5 assists.
I need this tonight.
15.
DraftKings.
They're at 54% shooting in Game 6. SGA scans the scene, back of a Holmgren pick, doubled, lobs to Chet. Driving left from behind Castle, is able to grind his dribble away and snap it out of bounds. Chet's got to be decisive attacking, and he had room to roam that time, but was not decisive in going to the bucket. J-Dub is back. He enters the game for the Thunder with 4:13 left in quarter number 1. His only third times in the 248 games he's played for Oklahoma City in the regular season come off the bench, but his return after missing the last 3+ with a left hamstring strain comes in Game 6 with 4:13 left in the opening quarter, and OKC down 20-15. Hartenstein back in as well as Caruso looks to get in. Nobody's cutting. Well, he hasn't been given the ball yet. That's AC giving it now, 12 to shoot. Hartenstein steps at the corner, feeding Shea off the elbow. Overplayed by a Harper Cornette double team. He frees now, steps back, fires, angle left 13-foot jumper short. Rebound fought for and grabbed on the run by De'Aaron Fox. Thunder shooting 40% to the trailing Vassell driving. In deep, deflected by Caruso, grabbed by Cornette to an open Johnson straight away for 3, and the Spurs go up 8, their largest lead, 23-15. They're barraging OKC from the perimeter, nailing 6 of 13 three-point shots. Caruso slicing left to the rim, lays it up left-handed, and lays it in nicely. That stops the crowd from going crazy and gives AC his first bucket and pulls the Thunder within 6. 3:35 left in the first. Barreling left. Wallace strips the ball from Keldon Johnson. Cason down the lane in transition. Fox deters him, swung to Hartenstein, who gives it out front to J-Dub. Slot right Caruso. SGA comes to it. Working between the rings on Keldon Johnson. Crosses them over. Drives to the foul line. In deep, elevates and fades. 12-foot jumper, no good. And Cornette tips the rebound away from Hartenstein. Thunder have not been to the line except for 2 thus far. Harper is stripped by Wallace again. He just took it away for the second time. Caruso long lead shade of the rim on Vassell. Lays it up left-handed. No good. Caruso fights for the loose ball, but it's run down on the sideline by Fox. Point blank missed by Shea. Harper open. Right side angle three-pointer is good. And San Antonio continues its long-range marksmanship for a 9-point lead in Game 6, fighting for their lives. They've made 7 threes in 12 tries. OKC 1 of 5 from distance. Thunder down 9. Dub in the lane pulls up, pops. The 12-foot jumper won't drop because he was fouled on ascent with 2:45 left in the first quarter. Well, the Thunder are trying to keep up with the Spur offense right now that's on fire. San Antonio 60% shooting, including 7 3-pointers in the opening frame with 2:45 left in quarter number 1. Free throws coming for J-Dub in a 9-point game. San Antonio the early jump again in their building, leading 26-17. A timeout call that we'll take. This is Thunder basketball.
Hey, it's good to see y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out for some Thursday West Side. Win or just stay home. No one cares anymore, right? Hey, Potoi, commercial break.
The New York Knicks await the winner of this series in the NBA Finals. The Knicks are on an 11-game postseason winning streak led by Jalen Brunson, who's averaging 27 points per game in this postseason. Knicks will be well rested as there'll be 8 days between the end of the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals, but they got tough news today. One of their important players, Mitchell Robinson, was diagnosed with a broken finger on his right hand. Let's send you back to San Antonio. Here's Matt Pinto.
Make Thunder Up in the Park your first play of every game day. Celebrate the playoffs at Scissor Hill Park with live music, games, giveaways every home game. Head to OKCThunder.com/ThunderUpInThePark for more information. Well, San Antonio, a barrage that's lights out from three-point distance, and OKC's got to find a way to turn that faucet off, or they're going to be in trouble tonight. Spurs have nailed 7 of 12 threes to lead 26-17. The other factor thus far, OKC has forced a number of live ball turnovers, 5 total. They have 2 points off of those as they continue to struggle in transition in this series. 43% shooting on the break, and Shea missed an open driving left-hand layup earlier in this first quarter. Thunder trying to stay connected despite the Spurs making shots. J-Dub back for the Thunder, coming off the bench in Game 6 tonight. Gets to the free throw line, looking to get in the scoring column, playing only his 5th playoff game as a result of a couple of hamstring issues. Averaging 18 a game and making 8 of his 10 foul shots. His first one tonight is no good. And the Thunder from the line are 2 of 3. Down 9, 26-17, accustomed to playing from behind against the Spurs. Frankly, the majority of the first quarters in this series. The Thunder's big quarter has been the second. In their wins, outscoring the Spurs by 11 in that second quarter. Dub's second looks good and is, and Oklahoma City trails by 8. Dylan Harper just knocked down a three, is greeted crossing the timeline by Wallace, who has 2 steals already. Widens out to Fox. Swiped at by Caruso. Now pawed at by Shea. Fox dancing, crossing over. No maneuverability, ducking left. Spins in the paint, fadeaway 13-foot jumper on the way, no good, well defended. Cornette is grabbed by Hartenstein, getting interior rebounding position. Ihart indicates his jersey was grabbed, but that's not the way the call's going. It's against the Thunder. It'll be their second team foul and Hartenstein's first. So Cornette's made a difference tonight off the bench. He's got a rebound and assist and has played well in his couple of minutes on the floor. Spurs by 8 as Wembanyama rests with 2:26 left in the opening quarter. Harper to the foul line, pulls up, pops, 16-foot jumper drops. If he gets going, look out. San Antonio's up 10, their largest lead of Game 6, and they're playing with supreme offensive confidence. OKC's got to find a way to get to shooters, and that's not happening right now. The Spurs at 56%. Hartenstein up top. Joe curl cutting Shea, driving, lobbing. Ihart gathers and thumps a big two-hand rim rocker. The Duncan Goinchman on the scene. It's 28-20. SGA's got a second assist.
Grown man basketball.
Diner, boom of the night. Champagny out front. Wide right to Harper. Harper drifts between the rings. Guarded by SGA on a switch. Wide right Champagny, pump faking Wallace. Nothing there. The foul line feed finds Johnson to the rim. He rolls it up and in. An easy layup on J-Dub. So the Spurs get it going inside with 8 in the paint, and from three-point range with 7 trays, and the Thunder have got to find a way to curtail this. Trailing 30-20, 1:30 left to play in the opening quarter of Game 6. Hartenstein high post right. Working on the dribble against Cornette. Shea comes to it, swooping left to the foul line, drop steps and fades. His 16-foot jumper on the way is money. He's made 3 of his 6 shots and has 6 points. Tough shot over the extended left hand of 6'5" Dylan Harper. 30-22 Thunder seek a stop. Fox drives by Caruso though into the lane. Lobs inside. It's gathered by Cornette, who blows a layup. Hartenstein has to miss his 3rd rebound. Outletting left to Caruso. AC picked up by Harper. A minute left in the first. Works the angle left dribble between the rings to Dub. Jalen swiped out by Fox. Angles left back of a Hartenstein pick. Loses the dribble out of bounds. That's the Thunder's 3rd turnover. Unforced at that. They fall back to defend, trailing 30-22 in the opening quarter of Game 6. Wembanyama, Castle, and Barnes back on for San Antonio. 53.3 left in the first half. Spurs sizzling, 55% shooting, and they've made 6 more three-pointers than Oklahoma City in this opening frame. Fighting for their lives if they win this game, Game 7, Saturday at Paycom Center at 7 o'clock. To determine who wins the West, Kenrich Williams is on to defend Castle. Up top, Wembanyama, angles right. On the dribble, gives behind him to Fox, ball knocked away. Kenrich Williams is tied up by Fox, trying to wriggle away and call a timeout, but Tyler Ford gives the tie-up to Fox. K-Rich should win this tip. Well, he played brilliantly in Game 5. 8 points, 3 rebounds in 12 minutes. He was +7. He goes 6'7". De'Aaron Fox, athletic, stands 6'3". Thunder deploy for a back tap, down 8. Both guys in the crouch. Zach Zarba with the ball between them. It's in the air, and it's tipped ineffectively by Williams. Champagny has it. 7 to shoot. Wembanyama steps back, cranks a 3 that's online and good from 30. And San Antonio leads by 11. It's all going their way. Wembanyama has 11 points, has made 3 threes. The Spurs have knocked down 8. Shea wants a 3 back wing, cranks it and misses. A quick strike attack there. Hartenstein commits a reach-in foul. That will be the Thunder's 3rd team foul, no repercussion, but the Spurs build their largest lead of Game 6, and they right now are undeterred offensively because they can't miss from 3. 8 of 13 beyond the arc. Hartenstein sits down with 2 fouls, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Jay Will on to replace him. The difference that's fractional, 0.8 of a second separate the game from the shot clock. So that quick strike by Shea, probably ill-advised because the 2-for-1 possession scenario was gone. Spurs by 11, 33-22. They have their largest first quarter lead of the series. Castle, double teamed out front. Gives it up the sideline to Harrison Barnes, lobbing left corner Fox. Left wide open for 3. He casts it and misses badly, overshoots the rim. Champagne's got the offside rebound though to Wembanyama. Doubled, wide right Castle driving. Leans in, launches, 13-foot jumper good with 0.5 of a second to play. And the Spurs will take a 13-point lead to the second in a game they have to extend their season. 35-22 Spurs, thanks to 57% shooting, 8 of 14 on threes. They make 7 more trays than the Thunder and take a 13-point lead to the second in their building. OKC in possession on the other side. This is Thunder basketball.
This is kind of how I was hoping the game was going to start off. Not necessarily the Spurs just blowing them out, or not really blowing them out, but up double digits, but a much more basketball-style game for the first quarter versus all the physicality. You know, at some point, let's just hoop. Your best against our best. Commercial break.
Presented by Devon Energy, founding partner of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and MidFirst Bank, the official bank of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Welcome back. Numbers from the first quarter: 8 3-point hits for San Antonio in the first 12 minutes. Their reserves are also outscoring Oklahoma City's bench players. That's been a rarity in this series, 10-3, although one of those 3 points for OKC from the returning Jalen Williams. J-Dub, great to see him back out there. Let's send it back to San Antonio. Here's Matt Pinto.
You can score free playoff tickets next home game with the Thunder Ticket Challenge presented by Simple Modern. Just head to Thunder Up in the Park, scan the QR code, and start completing challenges for your chance to win. Well, the Spur barrage is the reason they lead by 13 after one. This is the largest lead for San Antonio after a quarter in this series. And for a team that's making 31% of its trays in the series, a blistering 8 of 14, 57% in the opening quarter. They closed the quarter 21-9 after Oklahoma City midway through had gotten within one. Gilgeous-Alexander is struggling a bit at minus 13, 3 of 7 shooting, playing the entire quarter with 6. The Thunder not cashing in takeaways. They have 5 takeaways from the Spurs for 2 points, while they've surrendered 7 points off their 3 miscues. Thunder led in scoring by the tandem of Hartenstein and SGA with 6. And Victor Wembanyama showing the way for the Spurs. Has a block shot, 5 rebounds, and assist, and 11 points. Caruso, Jay Will, Jared McCain, Chet Holmgren, and Cason Wallace for the Thunder as the Thunder have the ball to begin the second. Wide left, McCain scoreless. Swings it, slot right to Holmgren. Challenged by Wemby. Ducks left, contained. Dips the ball to Wallace, dancing, shuttling. McCain now. Stutter steps into the paint. Steps away, fires the rainbow 13-foot fadeaway, barely grazed the rim, and the loose ball dug out by Champagnie. Not a good shot. Wemby cross court, gets the ball back from Fox. Spins on Holmgren, lays it up left-handed, lays it home. No resistance there at all. He's got 13, and the Spurs lead by 15. Dangerous territory right now for the Thunder. 11:25 left. Second quarter of game 2. They allowed a 9-2 run. Caruso whips it back door to Holmgren, catching, spinning, doubled. Got to give it up. Right corner to Wallace. Ball swung slot left to Caruso. Driving to the baseline with a step. Lays it up the right hand reverse, spins in. Well done as they had Wembanyama occupied in the corner on Holmgren, and that freedom permitted the Thunder to score their 13th and 14th in paper. They're 1 of 6 on threes, trailing by 13 early second. Castle feeding Fox, lifted high left. Has Wallace on him. Cross court left to Barnes on an overplay. Caruso called for a touch foul. The Oklahoma City's first team foul in the quarter. Free throws not a factor yet. Game 5 they certainly were. OKC attempting 38, the Spurs 32 in a long game, won by the Thunder by 13. 13-point Spur lead right now. San Antonio has 10 assists on 14 makes. Thunder 5 assists on their 10 successes. But 1 of 6 on threes to 8 of 14 for San Antonio, the difference right now. Fox drives and kicks, left corner Castle, pump fakes. Shakes Wallace, straight away to Fox. 3 to shoot, he does. A long angle right, 25-foot three-pointer, no good. Wallace fights for the rebound, gets it. Gallops back. Left wing, McCain stops, pops, three-pointer drops. Cha-ching, a Thunder money ball. Well done off the rebound as the Spurs were compromised, and that makes it a 10-point game. Wembanyama wants 3 back off the angle right hoist. It's no good. Holmgren has the miss. Flopping his Castle, it's 5 on 4. Holmgren drives left, hesitates, and gives it up wide right to McCain. Castle back into play. McCain can't free on the dribble weave to Wallace in the lane. Across his body, hooks it. It's deflected by Wembanyama, stolen by Champagny. Hesitation there by Holmgren, cost the possession. Crossing over right to left, Castle in deep, foul going up by Holmgren. 10-point Spur lead. They're the more decisive team, they're the more forceful team, and they earn a 10-point advantage with 10:03 left in the second quarter. Thunder had a 5-on-4 scenario, and Holmgren had space, but without being decisive in it, the numbers dissolved. Chet, scoreless thus far from the field in Game 6, has 2 points at the foul line. And Stephon Castle back to the free throw stripe with 5 of the Spurs' 10 assists. He's really doled it out well. He has 5 points as well. 2 of 3 shooting from the field and 1 of 2 from the foul line in an elimination situation for the Spurs for the first time on their first playoff run in 7 seasons. Stephon Castle readies for the first free throw. The Rookie of the Year a season back, nails that one. Spurs now are 2 of 3 at the stripe. Dylan Harper back in as the same suspects are out there in rotation for San Antonio in Game 6. This the 11th time these two teams have faced each other back to the regular season. 5 games there, and now 6 in this best-of-7 Western Conference Final. Deep familiarity. Castle's second is up and perfect. And the Spurs again, with 39 on the board early in the second quarter, they are feasting right now on the offensive end. Caruso against Harper's sticky pressure. Navigates left. Floats it on the run. Thought he was fouled. No whistle. It's off the back of the rim. Off. Castle out front. Comes up and under and loses his balance and loses the ball. Tried to streak inside on Holmgren, and Chet held his ground. It becomes a missed shot by Stephon Castle as OKC gets it back. Wallace. Slot right McCain. Pump fakes. Corner right to Jay Will open. Strokes a three-pointer that's online and off. Holmgren has a miss. Steps to the rim and dunks. As Wembanyama was occupied by Wallace at the foul line area. OKC within 10 on the Chet stick back. 39-29 San Antonio on 54% field goal shooting. Thunder 43% overall. Castle behind a Wembanyama pick, drives and kicks it. Left corner Harper out top to Champagny. Driving on Caruso, steps back, can't shoot a 3. Straight away, Wembanyama 5 to shoot. Bumped by Jay Will on an escape dribble, and that comes late in the shot clock, unfortunately, and Wembanyama's 27 feet from the bucket. It's Jay Will's, is it second or third? It's his second, I believe. The Thunder's third team foul already in the quarter with 9:16 showing. Spurs have yet to be whistled for a foul since we clicked over to the second. Barnes gets it in to Harper out front. Dillon recovering from a strained adductor muscle he suffered in the second game. Dancing pulls up. It's for 3 straight away, and it rattles in. The barrage continues. Spurs 9 of 17 from distance, go back up 13, matching their largest lead at 42-29. McCain baseline on Castle. Spins, can't free. Corner right to Holmgren. Along the baseline, contained by Wembanyama to the rim, finds Wallace for the easy layup. Well done by Chet over the top of his first assist. Queso's got his first bucket. OKC right now running in the mud because the Spurs continue to sling shots. And San Antonio playing with freedom and composure thus far for an 11-point lead in Game 6, 42-31 over Oklahoma City. Spur ball on the other side of a stoppage it will take. 8:47 left in the second from Frost Bank Center in Texas. This is Thunder basketball.
Welcome back. The Spurs doing most of their scoring from the perimeter in this game. To this point, Oklahoma City dominating in the paint. They've scored 18 of their 31 points in there, outscoring the Spurs in that discipline by 10. Let's send you back to San Antonio. Here's Matt Pinto.
Your young Thunder fan off the sidelines at the end of the game with the Thunder Rookies Club app. Read for points, play games for fun, and win exclusive prizes all from your mobile device. Download the official Thunder Rookies Club app for free tonight. Spurs made 35% of their shots, attempting to execute in the half court in Game 5. A very different story tonight, as they've knocked down 57% from the field, 9 of 17 three-pointers to lead by 11, 42-31. Right now the Thunder are scrambling to stay connected, outscoring the Spurs by 2 in the quarter, 9-7. But can they find answers defensively to cool what has been a torrid Spur pace in Game 6? San Antonio led by Wembanyama with 13. Stephon Castle has 7, off the bench Dylan Harper 8. OKC has nobody above 6. Hartenstein and SJ have 6 apiece, deploying Caruso, Wallace, Jared McCain, Chet Holmgren, and Jay Will defensively. Luke Cornett is back in, sitting down Victor Wembanyama. I think Mitch Johnson wary of having Wemby with starts left for the stretch run should this get close. It's Castle, Vassell, Champagnie, Harper, and Cornett for San Antonio. All Spurs thus far, they've not yet to trail up by 11. Castle, slot left to Champagnie, closed out by Harmon, back between the rings to Castle, 7 to shoot. To the wing, challenging Wallace, steps back, fires, fadeaway 13-foot jumper short. Holmgren has the rebound, his 6th. Up the left side, McCain, swooping and contained by Vassell, ducking into the paint, leans in, floats it up, and in from 10 feet away. That's Jared McCain at his finest. Crafty and decisive off the bounce. He created space from mid-range and has 5 points now. Thunder down 9, 42-33. When they've won in this series, they've dominated the second. Champagnie, left baseline, can't get a shot up on Holmgren, got away with a travel. Slips the ball near midcourt to Castle, 8 to shoot. Swooping left, sails it, right wing to Harper. To the baseline on Caruso, steps back, swiped out. Elevates anyway and fires a 16-foot jumper that he nails. Different player tonight is Dylan Harper. He's got 10 in 9 minutes. And the Spurs lead by 11, doing it with offense. Wallace back quickly against Cornett, pulls up, pops, right wing three-pointer, drops. Cha-chinga Thunder money ball. Queso laces the long ranger. Thunder's third made 3 against 9 for the Spurs. They're down 8. Up the left sideline, Castle, surveying. Jumped at by McCain, left to dribble. Now spins at the foul line on Wallace. Sends the ball perimeter to Champagnie. His three-pointer left wing, blocked by Holmgren going up his second swat. Loose ball to Jay Will, up the right side to McCain, lobbing. Chet open at the rim, pump fakes, comes up and under. Lays it up left-handed, and it rolls in. So Holmgren created it with the block and cashes it in. It's a 9-2 Thunder run to within 6 at 44-38. 7:10 left in the second. Harper, right corner for a 3-ball by Vassell that's online and in there unguarded. Quick hit by the Spurs gives them 10 threes on the night. They're back up 9. Caruso right wing, straightaway McCain, slot left Jay Will left alone. Snaps off a 3 in retaliation, gets none, left it short. Thunder are 3 of 10 from 3-point range. Loose ball snagged by Harper, outletting right to Castle. To the middle. Draws a double, finds Harper. Roaming left, back in the corner, Castle's open for 3. Flings it up and misses that one. Holmgren has the missed shot. 5.5 gone by in the second. Thunder get it back now 9. Holmgren bottled up by Harper. Sets up Jay Will up top. Allows McCain to cut. Slings the ball left corner to Wallace. He wants 3 again. Give it to him. Cha-chinga Thunder money ball. Queso nailing 44% of his threes in the playoffs. Has lofted and stuck 2 tonight. He has 8 off the bench. Thunder again within 6. Castle jumped at by Holmgren, swipes at him and fouls him. And that's the Thunder's 4th team foul. So they're at the foul limit on the Holmgren swipe, his second. Side out Spurs 6-point game, 6:17 left in the second quarter. Thunder did a bit of damage with Wembanyama sitting, but Victor is back along with Keldon Johnson, or check that, Carter Bryant for the first time on the night, a rookie from Arizona, along with De'Aaron Fox as Champagnie, Castle, and Cornett exit. Hartenstein returns for the Thunder, sitting down Jay Will. Jay Will had a huge game in Game 3 with 18 points, but 0 of 2 from 3 in this one, wide open looks. Thunder from 3, 4 of 11. The Spurs are 10 of 20, separating these two teams by 6 right now. Vassell screens high right. Springing Harper driving baseline to the rim on Hartenstein, lays it up and lays it in. Too easy. Harper's got a dozen. He's been a star in Game 6. OKC down it. SGA back, picked up by Carter Bryant. Gets a Hartenstein pick to the top, weaves that way. Inside the foul line, steps back and lobs inside Hartenstein, catching, lays it up on Wembanyama, no good. He hurried the shot. Loose ball is snagged by a diving Harper, shoveling to Wembanyama as Victor making a difference. Fox to the middle in transition, contained to the trailing Harper. On SGA to the baseline, spins into traffic, shovel feeds left corner Bryant. At the sideline, Fox, straight away Wembanyama, pump fakes and drives. Floats a runner in the paint, it's good from 6. Wembanyama in attack mode has 15, Spurs back up 10 since he re-entered. All San Antonio, 51-41 in favor of the home team in Game 6, looking to force a Game 7, 5:29 left in the quarter. OKC is back to the drawing board, attempting to corral this Spur offense. 54% shooting tonight, 10 of 20 on threes. The Thunder call a timeout, down 10 midway through the second quarter of Game 6. This is Thunder basketball.
Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. What's up, Primitive? What's up, Johnson? It's good to see y'all. Hey, San Antonio better be playing like this. Hey, at least force a Game 7 if you're gonna go home. You gotta protect your home court. Like I was saying earlier, without all the physicality, they playing a lot better basketball. They have much more rhythm. They're not tackling each other. Like, you know, some arena basketball shit. Anyway, commercial break. Come on, Wemby.
Welcome back. Of course, the New York Knicks await the winner of this series in the NBA Finals. Knicks on an 11-game postseason winning streak led by Jalen Brunson. Also, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. Those three have combined for over 4.5 steals per game in the playoffs. Knicks got some tough news, though, today. Mitchell Robinson, one of their important reserves, broken finger on his right hand. Timetable for him yet to be determined. Let's send you back to San Antonio. Here's Matt Pinto.
Secure your spot in line to start your path to a Thunder season ticket membership. Place a deposit tonight. Unlock Thunder Reserve benefits. Get one step closer to joining the team as a season ticket member. Visit OKCThunder.com/reserve to learn more. Thus far, the young Spurs responding well to their first ever elimination situation in the playoffs. They have blistered the Nets on 10 of 20 3-point shooting. And the Thunder have knocked down 8 of 13 second quarter points, but have made up only 3 points against the Spurs' high-octane offense. Right now, the Thunder are behind the ball too frequently as the Spur spacing and pacing has been exceptional. And OKC's got to find a way to get on that and activate some pace themselves offensively. Gilgeous-Alexander, a rough go thus far, 6 points, 3 of 7. He's minus 17 in the raw plus-minus. Payson Wallace, Jay Will, SGA, Dort, and J-Dub for OKC. Dub back tonight for Game 6 coming off the bench. Wallace out front, meanders. High post left to Jay Will. Crowded by Vassell, grabbed by Vassell, no whistle. Cross court right to Wallace, driving, kicking. Corner right for Dort. He wants 3, lobs and misses. Thunder from 3 or 4 of 12. Pretty pedestrian. Harper's got the miss as the Spurs are in attack mode, up 10. Wembanyama left wing, facing up on Jay Will, elevates and fires. His angle left 16-foot jumper rolls in. His big night continues with 17 points on 7 of 10 shooting. And San Antonio pushes back on a 6-0 run to a 12-point lead. They've had the upper hand throughout, never trailing in Game 6. Shea doubled out front by Vassell and Bryant, now singled up on Devin, who drives and kicks left wing to Dub. Pump faking Harper, drives and elevates, and kicks left corner Jay Will, pump fakes free from the baseline, strokes an 18-foot jumper that's good. So attacking the closeout, the big man pulls OKC back within 10, seeking a stop. with 4:20 left to play second quarter. Wembanyama 40 feet away, holds. J. Will gives him space. A 1-4 set. Wemby dances. Angles right, elevates. 16-foot jumper around and out, no good this time. Dort wrestles the rebound away from Carter Bryant. Gilgeous-Alexander fed the outlet. Spurs are back, leading by 10. SGA dancing. At midcourt, jumped out on a double team. Whips the ball at the foul line to Wallace. Up top to Dort. Arcs an angle right three-pointer that's online, but he side-rimmed it. Harper the rebound as the Thunder continue to fire blanks from 3, 4 of 13. Fox slips to the foul line, can't free, finds Wemby open. His long angle right three-pointer is online, in and out, no good this time. J. Will clears. Thunder get it back down 10. SGA probing front court, guarded by Vassell, quality defender. SGA shadow double by Wemby, left wing to J. Will, pump faking, won't shoot the three. Holds on the dribble weave to Doug, and that exchange was dislodged by Fox, who knocked the ball out of bounds. That spacing really shaky. 10 to shoot, 3:42 to play in the quarter. OKC's pace, confidence, and attack of Game 5 is not evident as yet tonight on either end. And the Spurs have taken advantage, up 10. Wallace out, replaced by Caruso for Oklahoma City. Alex has only 4 points. AC top of the key, 7 to shoot. Giving to SGA with 4 to shoot. Shea from 30. Angles right into traffic. 1 to shoot he does. Long angle right prayer of a three-pointer. Caught only backboard, no rim. Chalk log violation as the Thunder were stagnant and didn't move the ball or the Spur defense. 4 of 13 three-point shooting for the Thunder. San Antonio's knocked down 10 of 21 in Game 6. Spur ball by 10. They've shown the way throughout. Led by as many as 13 as Castle walks at front court. Jumped at by Caruso. Drives left and lobs to the right corner for a three-point try that's off. Attempted by Carter Bryant. The ball is out of bounds off of Stephon Castle. OKC gets it back. A rare miss from 3 for the Spurs. Thunder okay with Carter Bryant shooting. He's really struggled in his first taste of the Western Conference Finals. Caruso across the timeline has not yet been the lightning bolt he can be with 4 points. Working right wing on Castle. Gets a pick from Dort. High post left to J. Will, handing to SGA. As Bryant knocks down J. Will, that brings a whistle and the first team foul for the Spurs in the quarter, and the crowd moans. 3:09 left to play in the second. J-Dub out, clearly rusty and working his way back. Tonight he has scored 1 point, no rebounds, 1 assist in 7 game minutes off the bench. J. Will being grabbed by Vassell, steps out front to receive the inbound. Are you kidding me? You're going to call something there? A wrestle move. Shea steps back, fires, angle left three is online, in and out, no good. Loose ball fought for, claimed by Fox. Wrestling free of Dort. Up the left side, Castle, jump passing right corner to Bryant, attacking the closeout to the rim for the two-hand dunk. All Spurs up 12, 55-43. Thunder not playing sharp enough in Game 6. 2:40 left in the half. Caruso driving by Castle. Down the lane, sidesteps. Castle strips him, but AC got it back. Inside Holmgren fed by Dort. Blocked one up by Vassell. Ball out of bounds for the Spurs with 12 to shoot. San Antonio right now wants this game more than Oklahoma City, and that's why they're up by a dozen. Give them credit. On an 8-2 spurt, back up 12 after Oklahoma City closed within 6 earlier in the second. 2:32 left. Gilgeous-Alexander yet to get going, 3 of 9 at Thunder. 4 of 15 on three-pointers, with only 11 assists, 5 turnovers. 12 to shoot. Spurs only 5 turnovers tonight. And those have netted the Thunder only 2 points. So the Spurs protecting it, getting good shots, converting 21 of 40, including 10 of 22 from three-point range. Caruso to inbound underneath, as Vassell is grabbing Holmgren before the ball's even inbounded. Dort out, Wallace in. Queso off the bench has been solid, making all 3 of his shots. He has 2 steals, a rebound, and an assist, an 8-point effort in 13 minutes. Caruso, right corner to J. Will. Mugged by Castle, high post right to Shea. 6 to shoot. Shea crowded by Bryant. Steps back, pump fakes, leans in, and kicks in the corner. Caruso arcs a 3 at the shot clock buzzer. That's in there. Cha-ching, the Thunder money ball, a desperation shot that goes, and OKC's down 9, trying to maintain contact. Wembanyama down the lane on J. Will, blasts into him, floats it up on the run. No, he kicks out to Vassell, right wing for a 3 ball that's off. J. Will secures the miss, wrestles it free of Castle, outlets to Caruso as Holmgren and SJ are down in the lane and no whistle. Caruso front court to the trailing SJ between the rings. J. Will screens, and a foul on a shove by Castle is called, and Stephon Castle looks at James Williams to say, what did I do? Are you kidding me? Castle picks up his first foul, second team foul on San Antonio, first in the game's last 2 minutes. The next whistle will result in free throws, but I would not suspect there'll be one. 1:56 left in the half. Thunder trying mightily to hang in despite the Spur offensive barrage. Down 9 after trailing by 13. It's 55-46. As Carter Bryant trying to leverage Shea before the ball's inbounded. Being separated from Shea by Tyler Ford, the referee. Ball comes into SGA. 3 of 9 shooting. Stutter steps. Behind the back on the dribble. Slices right. To the foul line. Retreats. Ducks right. Elevates. Fires a 17-foot jumper straight away that he hits. Wasn't easy. Shea knocks down his 4th shot. He has 8 points, and Oklahoma City's down 7, 55-48. Can they maintain momentum here? 1:40 to play in the second. Wembanyama, a long 3 straight away. That's online. Good. Wemby says no. He's got 20 first half.
Bucket. This
Gilgeous
is what he
Alexander
should be
knocked
doing.
Down inside by Carter Bryant. Is there a foul called on Shea? There is. 4-point play for the Spurs coming. They're back up 10, 58-48. Did they call a foul on Shea or Carter Bryant? Foul's called on Carter Bryant. They're going to go to replay here to determine whether it was something more than simply a common foul. Wembanyama knocked down another 3, his 4th of the half. He's got 20 points. A robust effort, 5 rebounds, a block, and an assist. As we watch the shot go in, Shea got leveled by Carter Bryant. So you have to determine whether or not that's anything close to a basketball.
Ruling on the floor is a loose ball foul on Carter Bryant. The play is under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Excessive force, yes. Is it a flagrant? Who knows? 1:35 left in the second. The Spurs have had every answer with their offense thus far in Game 6. 22 of 42 shooting, 16 assists on their 22 makes, only 5 turnovers. Can the Thunder defense, coming out of halftime, find a way to lock in and disrupt this San Antonio attack? That's what it's going to take. As OKC has resourcefully found a way to kind of cobble together 48 points of their own, but still down 10, outscoring San Antonio by 3 here in the second. If Game 7 is necessary, it will be in Oklahoma City on Saturday at 7. If the Thunder find a way to recover from 13 down and win this game, they win the West and will take on the New York Knicks in Game 1 of the NBA Finals in Oklahoma City next Wednesday, June 3rd. That's what's at stake tonight. And they're reviewing it right now are Zach Zarba and James Williams. There absolutely was a running start, forceful contact from Carter Bryant. Is that sufficient for a flagrant foul? 1, we'll see. Now with aid from Secaucus, New Jersey's NBA Replay Center, Tyler Ford takes one of the headsets with crew chief Zach Zarba. It let him play tonight. Neither side attempting many free throws. The Spurs 3 of 4, the Thunder 3 of 4.
Telling you, they're not out there tackling each other.
Dominated by San Antonio's
They're actually playing some basketball.
They've
Come
got
on,
a dozen
Shea.
from Dylan Harper, a guy that's been pretty flatline and moribund since he exited Game 2 with a adductor strain, but he's been on it in this game, converting on 5 of 6 shots from the bench, 2 of 3 on threes. And Wembanyama in attack mode from the start, shooting the ball, 4 of 7 from distance, 8 of 13 shooting for 20. When he has scored this way in the opening half, it's been good news for the Spurs in this series. Well, the determination's been made and will be informed of what it is by Zach Zarba here in a moment as the 3 officials are conferring after the review was assisted by Ben Taylor in the replay center. Here's Zach Zarba. No, he's going back on headset with 1:35 left to play in the second quarter.
It was definitely unnecessary.
Thunder down 10, 58-48. Outscored by 13
wasn't doing nothing but trying to run him over.
Kind of fought their way
Like,
back
for
to
real,
within
for real.
10 right now, but 5 of 16 three-point shooting and trailing by 6 three-point makes is the reason they trail by double digits. Here's Zach Zarba.
After review, it's been determined that the forearm of Carter Bryant does not extend and is not in a high place. Therefore, the ruling on the floor is a common foul. There is no windup and no follow-through here. It's 2 shots for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Common foul on Bryant.
So both sides at the foul limit now as SGA goes to the line for the first time in this game. Averaging during the playoff run about 10 free throws a game. He had 17 of those in a very fiercely, physically contested Game 5. Wembanyama had a dozen free throws. Shea had 17 in the series entering the night. Thunder are minus 11 in foul shots attempted. Shea's first tonight is good. During the series, he's converted now 50 of 52 foul shots, well over 90%, 89% for the playoffs. Second highest scoring player in this postseason at 28 a game, but nowhere near that in this series, making only 38% of his shots from the field, averaging 26. Holmgren out with 6 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks, replaced by Caruso. Jay Will is on as Shea drills the second. Thunder down 8. Tayson Wallace and Jared McCain as well for the white-clad Thunder against De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama, Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, and Julian Champagny starting 5 back for the Spurs for the final minute 25 of the half. San Antonio by 8. Castle roaming right on the dribble, crosses over. Snakes top of the key, gives it up left wing to Fox, driving. Kicking to Castle beyond the arc. Slot right Wembanyama. Well beyond the three-point line. Fires a three-pointer that he leaves short. Leaping rebound Wallace as Wembanyama settled there. 1:10 to play in the half. Shea. Left wing to Wallace. Tees up another three that's online and in there. Kaysen Wallace rips the cords. Chachinga Thunder money ball. His third of the night. The Thunder 6th. OKC within 5 at 58-53. Can they close strong here? 58 seconds left in the first half. Swooping right, Castle. Driving, lobbing. Wembanyama tips it up and can't convert. J. Will clears. Thunder get it back, down 5. Big burst to end the half as OKC is in possession, down 5, 58-53. SGA surveys, pounding the dribble at the Swirl logo midcourt. Slices left on Castle. Stutter steps. Jump passes to an open Wallace. Right corner, J. Will tees up a three-pointer that's online, but woefully short. And the rebound to Fox gives the Spurs the ball back with a 6-second game and shot clock difference in a 5-point game at 58-53. The Thunder igniting behind Kaysen Wallace's big shooting. 3 of 3 from 3, 4 of 4 from the field. He has 11. Vassell to Fox out front, 8 on the shot clock. Dancing on McCain, gets a screen from Wembanyama. Ducking left, driving. Stutter steps in traffic. 2 to shoot he does. A fadeaway right side angle 16-foot jumper. No good. Tip in is though by Wembanyama over the back of J. Will. 60-53, Wembanyama 22. Shea with 5.5 left, picked up by Castle. Barreling left, down the lane. Floats it up on the run with the left hand. It's an air ball. And that's how the half ends. Spurs 60, Thunder 53. An end-to-end effort by San Antonio in a night when they have never trailed, bidding to force a 7th game here. Back of Wembanyama's 22. They lead the Thunder at the half, 60-53 in Game 6. Halftime coming with Gideon and Matt next. This is Thunder Basketball.
Appreciate y'all hanging out. Hey, this is still a very good basketball game. 60-53 at the half. I appreciate you. Get some grub, have a beverage, have a smoke. Do it all responsibly. You know how that goes. Don't let your neighbors get you tripping. Anyway, see y'all in about, 12 minutes or so.
With Gideon Hamilton and Matt Ravis, now on the Oklahoma City Thunder Radio Network.
Welcome inside our network studios. It's halftime of Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals in San Antonio. The Spurs with a 60-53 lead on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Welcome into the Oklahoma City Thunder halftime show, everyone. Gideon Hamilton, Matt Ravis with you. Brief note before we talk about all the strategic changes and the execution of the game. First things first, this game rules. You've got San Antonio knocking down a bunch of shots. You got OKC with the hard hat on, no fouls, no turnovers. There's a complete flow and rhythm to this game, just back and forth. A lot of trips down the floor where they're answering each other with baskets. This is awesome stuff.
I mean, it's just par for the course for the series, right? I mean, even some of these things that we've had to work through, I still feel like it's been such an awesome series. So they're allowing a lot of physicality out there. I think that is something that if you're the Thunder, you will accept, knowing the type of guys that you have on your team.
And this feels very much like Game 4 in a sense. Now, remember, that was a game where nobody could throw it in the ocean. Nobody could hit anything. And it was, it almost felt like the Thunder had the Spurs kind of right where they wanted, even though the Spurs had hit that half-court shot and they were down by 12. You could still see a path back for Oklahoma City because of how poorly they shot the ball in the first half. Because of how many perimeter shots the Spurs hit in the first half, kind of feels like the Thunder should be down more, but they're right there in it.
Well, there's a lot of things that have gone San Antonio's this way. For instance, Victor Wembanyama has hit 4 of his 8 3-point attempts in this game. He's definitely come out very aggressive and has taken a lot of shots, which we anticipated coming into this game. Devin Vassell doesn't seem like it is possible for him to miss, and he's had some really good defensive plays. Even had a big play for Carter Bryant. Got some good contributions from a bunch of people. In all that said, I thought the Thunder closed the first half really, really strong. And so you're looking at San Antonio shooting 60% from 3 in the first quarter of this game. Shot a little bit worse in the second quarter, but have made 11 total. Have out-3'd you by 5, 15-plus points in the three-point column. You'll take a 7-point deficit as a win.
So let's talk about the Thunder. Alex Caruso comes in, came in and almost didn't come back out. He was in there for 16 minutes after his first sub was a +7. That means Oklahoma City was way, way down in the minutes that he didn't play. He knocks down a big 3 as the shot clock expires there toward the end of the half to really, really reverse the scoreboard. Cason Wallace hits all 4 of his shots. 3 of those were from distance, so those guys continue to be very important. And let's mention Jay Will as well, who did a good job clearing the defensive board.
Yeah, I mean, those 3 guys, you know what you've gotten from Alex all series long. I thought Cason Wallace, that was probably his best first half of the series, not only with his defense. At times I thought the Thunder defense, there was a reason why San Antonio got loose and got so many good looks from 3. He was the one guy who I felt like through the first 24 minutes of this game has guarded with a bunch of integrity, has had some nice digs out with his hands, and then has had some pretty timely three-point makes, and was a big reason he and Alex were, with Alex's 3 that you mentioned, alongside Case, and why they were able to close the first half strong. And Jay Will, you're right, has done a good job rebounding.
And I'll be curious to get your opinion on this. For the people that are listening on the radio, obviously, they can't see J-Dub, Jalen Williams, who, great news for the Thunder, was able to go back out there and play 7 minutes off the bench. Jalen has 1 point, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and the team was 12 points worse when he was on the floor. How did he look physically to you?
I mean, it's not as forceful. He's not as explosive. Certainly doesn't have the pop that he normally does. I kind of wonder if he's putting a governor on himself, because I don't think the Thunder would throw him out there if he were still majorly compromised by that hamstring injury. But he didn't play long enough in either stint. Had about a 3-minute stint and then like a 4-minute stint, and really didn't play long enough to work himself into a rhythm anyway. I did thought he had a nice pass out to Jay Will in the corner, who was run off the 3-point line, steps in and hits a 3. That's one element of his playmaking I think that the Thunder missed, but good enough to be out there. I didn't anticipate him playing in the series.
Coming up next, we'll talk about some of the Spurs' key performances in the first half to get them to another early double-digit lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder. Will it matter this time, or will Oklahoma City mount yet another comeback? And we'll get Matt's keys to the second half as well. For OKC, you're listening to the Oklahoma City Thunder Halftime Show.
Devon Energy and the Oklahoma City Thunder have launched Devon Sports Lab, a STEM-based program designed to help students improve their game and become excited about STEM through the science behind basketball drills. Our goal is for students to discover how to improve their athletic performance with a better understanding of fundamental science and math concepts. If you have a student in elementary or middle school, visit www.okcthunder.com/sportslab to learn more.
Thunder game day just got hotter at Taco Bueno. The new Fuego lineup is here, bringing the heat with the Chipotle Crema Chicken and Potato Burrito, Creamy Jalapeno Muchachos, and Chipotle Crema Chicken Quesadilla on a Cayenne Tortilla. Whether you're watching at home or heading to the game, Taco Bueno has your game day covered. And every Oklahoma City Thunder game, swing by Taco Bueno for a free soft or hard shell taco when you mention the offer. Big flavor, extra heat, the new Fuego lineup only at Taco Bueno, the official taco of the OKC Thunder.
Welcome back to the Oklahoma City Thunder halftime show. Gideon Hamilton along with Matt Ravis. The San Antonio Spurs lead the Thunder 60-53 at the half, and a lot of that is due to Victor Wembanyama's scoring. Victor hit some threes early. I thought he took way too many as the game went along, and a lot has been made about his catch point. I really don't see that it's changed. He is driving a little bit more in order to get to his stop and lean back shot. He has taken the ball all the way to the rim and finished a couple of times, but only 2 of his makes have been inside the restricted area. Everything else has been from further out.
Yeah, no, he's definitely playing out towards the three-point line, so certainly didn't listen to any of the talk about the catch point. I think the strategy was, hey, man, you just need to put up more shots. I don't care necessarily where they come from. If it's three-pointers, if we're feeling them, they're in rhythm. And, some of his makes were obviously extremely difficult, but, as soon as he saw a couple go down early, you knew he was going to take 8 in the first half. So I think that's not altogether a bad thing for the Thunder. I'm with you.
And kind of a reemergence of sorts, and this was badly needed for San Antonio. Dylan Harper knocks down a couple of three-point shots. That was certainly a surprise, but was under control on his drives here in the first half. Only 1 turnover here in his first 14 minutes of play, and they were able to go with him a little bit longer because of how well he was playing.
Yeah, and I was kind of surprised. I don't think he was in there at the end of the first half. I was kind of surprised he didn't close the half as well as he has played. Pretty sure that is the case. But regardless, he was able to hit a couple threes in the first half. Dylan Harper is not some three-point marksman. Typical a guy who can get into the lane and get his shot there and has a great layup package. Don't think of him as a sharp shooter, but I thought just his ability to get to his spots on the floor, to break down the Thunder defense, is part of the reason why they've generated some good looks from 3. And he's got an assist, but has several more hockey assists in this game.
All of their bench players, including Luke Cornett, in 7 minutes, a plus when they were in there. Of course, that's subject to change in the second half, but that's been very important for San Antonio. Stephon Castle has 6 assists against no turnovers. That has been a storyline in this series ever since De'Aaron Fox emerged, and De'Aaron a team-high plus 12, even though he couldn't get one to go. 0 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from three-point range. He does have 4 boards and 4 assists. Devin Vassell, very active, had that notable block against Chet Holmgren. So he's very, very energetic defensively in this game. What are your thoughts on the Spurs in the second half?
Well, I don't think that they're going to continue to shoot the 3 ball as well, and that's already started to tail off. And I think the Thunder defense had a lot to do with that. When you're getting beat at the point of attack, you're causing somebody to rotate over and somebody to help, then you are potentially allowing them to make 1 or 2 passes and find a wide-open 3. And that happened a bunch. I think if the Thunder clean that up, those threes won't necessarily be available to them. Then it's about, okay, now that these two teams are a little bit closer in the 3-point column, if that does happen, then what do you do in the non-Wemby minutes? I thought the Spurs won those in this first half here, which is not typical of what's happened in this series. So we'll see the way that goes, and we'll see what Victor's shot diet looks like moving forward here in the second half.
And you really have to perform in that regard. You can't just blindly drive in and try to force the issue, because in this game you're not going to get bailed out. So I'll be interested to see if that shot does abandon them, how they improvise offensively. I think that's going to be one of the most important determining factors here in the second half. What about the Oklahoma City Thunder? What are some of the things that they're talking about right now?
I think maybe working a little bit too hard at times, overpassing. I thought that got better as the half went along on the offensive end and overthinking things. And then I mentioned their point of attack defense seemed to button that up as the half went on. But I thought that was a big reason why San Antonio was able to generate a bunch of threes. And when that happens, you let guys see some go down early, then you can't be surprised when they keep going down. So, maybe San Antonio is in a rhythm here, and they're going to continue to see that go through. But button up the point of attack defense and got to force some more turnovers.
Cason Wallace leads the way for the Thunder. He's got 11 points on a perfect 4 of 4 shooting start. 3 of those were from long range. He's already got 2 steals as well. Victor Wembanyama leading the way for the Spurs. He's got 22 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1 block as we reach halftime. Coming up next, Matt Pinto had the call of the second half. We'll send it to him. You're listening to Thunder Basketball.
injured in a car accident and need the concierge medical care you deserve, then you need Impact MD Accident Care. We'll get you back to the life you had before the accident with no out-of-pocket expense to you. And with 6 locations across OKC and statewide, there's bound to be an Impact MD near you. Call us anytime 24/7 at 405-483-3075 or visit ImpactMD.com. Impact MD is a proud partner of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
It's the Song of the Saints Tour with Phil Wickham. Phil Wickham with new music from Song of the Saints, as well as many of your favorites. Phil Wickham's Song of the Saints Tour with special guest Jamie McDonald.
Get your exclusive discount. Simply verify your eligibility.
Not quite sure what just happened. So now if I flip over to the San Antonio broadcast right now.
And communities. See
plays.
you at the arena.
But we don't want to listen to
Wings
that.
the month to get employee pricing for.
So I guess something happened with the Thunder broadcast. Huh. All right. Let's just figure it out.
And pre-owned vehicles. Bluebonnet Ford and Bluebonnet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram are all part of the Kalig Auto Group family of dealerships.
Cheering the Spurs. You're listening to San Antonio Spurs basketball.
Halftime coming to a close in San Antonio, where the Spurs lead it over the Oklahoma City Thunder 60-53. From the Spurs Net Center, I'm Carl Schoening. We're now rejoined by Spurs radio voice Dan Weiss. Dan, hot shooting from 3 started early and kept the Spurs ahead in that first half, 11 of 25 overall from distance.
And your best players have got to be your best players, Carl, in elimination games. Victor Wembanyama with in the second half in game 3, also a win. That was in Minnesota.
Yeah, well, that will certainly be a key to success, and the Spurs hope that they can get another 40-point game perhaps from Wemby, or maybe even better, it's not needed and he can rest a little in the fourth quarter. That'd be ideal.
I would say the other positive for the Spurs in this first half is they were a +2 in the non-Victor Wembanyama minutes, something else that we had talked about coming into tonight. They had been a -51 in the first 5 games when Victor sat. So good minutes from Luke Cornett to the rest of the bench. Spurs bench keeping tough and keeping it tight, with Oklahoma City's bench being outscored 21-19. So we begin the second half as the Spurs will move left to right across your radio dial here from our broadcast spot here in this second half, along with our on-site engineer Sam Walters, statistician Walter Stoops, and Carl Schoening. I'm Dan Weiss. Thunder will have the basketball as we begin things in the second half. Starters out for both teams. 22 points for Victor Wembanyama and 11 off the bench to lead things for Cason Wallace in Oklahoma City. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, his pass ahead to Hartenstein with a catch to the left block, cut off by Wembanyama, back to SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander, left baseline jumper is off the front of the rim, no good. Champagnie brings down the rebound, his fourth. Quick outlet to Vassell, open, left wing 3, got it! Devin Vassell, his 4th 3 of the night, and he's the 3rd Spur in double figs. He's got a dozen. A big bounce back performance for Devin Vassell. Jared McCain will take it to the baseline, weaves his way out, hands to Hartenstein. Floater is up and good, and that did not hit the rim. And those are the ones that have been dropping all series for Hartenstein. He's got 8. 63-55, Spurs by 8, opening minute, 3rd quarter. Spurs have hit 12 three-pointers in this game. Castle back to Wemby, open left wing 3. No good, that one's too strong, and the rebound taken by SGA. Quickly ahead to McCain. McCain bumping off Wemby, puts it up, blocked or rejected by Champagnie. But the rebound to the hands of Gilgeous-Alexander, lays it up, and he's blocked to the rim, but a goaltending on Victor Wembanyama. So the basket good for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to give him 12 points. And they're calling a foul as well, too. The foul is on De'Aaron Fox, so it is a goaltend, basket, and the foul. Foul on Fox is his first. So SGA to the free throw line. Only went to the line one time in that
first half. Gildas Alexander with 12 points. And now with 13. And the Thunder back to within 5, 63-58. Champagny, right wing. Gets Holmgren on skates, attacks him, goes up, floats it up over Holmgren and in. Second field goal for Champagny. He's got 5, 65-58. Spurs by 7. Trying to extend this series to a game 7 coming up on Saturday night in OKC. Holmgren with the basketball up top. Between his legs, right-hand dribble, backing it in on Vassell. Sneaks in, scoops it up, right hand. No, Hartenstein, though, is there for the putback. Hartenstein is the third Thunder player in double figs. He's got 10. 65-60. Evan Vassell. The Wembanyama, the logo, left wing. Victor hiding behind the screen. Now attacking. Victor kick out. Vassell. Jab step. Victor in the paint. Kick up. Left wing 3 on the way for Fox. In and out. Rebound. Castle tried to put it back up. He was fouled. Fouls on Lou Dort. Fouls on Jared McCain, actually. It'll be his first. And it'll put Steph Castle at the line. Castle, 7 points. He is 3 of 4 at the line, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. Castle, in these playoffs, 81% at the free throw line. He has gone to the line over 100 times. First free throw's up and good. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is Spurs Radio.
News Radio 1200 WOAI. San Antonio's breaking news, traffic, and weather.
8 points, 6 assists for Castle. Fox hasn't scored. He's the only starter who hasn't scored, but he does have 6 dimes. So another free throw for Castle gives him 9. And the Spurs by 7, 67-60. Almost 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Third quarters have been the Spurs' best in these playoffs. They're at plus 85 scoring differential. Fox knocks away the pass intended for McCain, but McCain able to recover in the backcourt. 8 on the shot clock. McCain attacking, bumping off of Victor, puts it up, blocked by Wembanyama. Back into the hands of Holmgren with 3, with 2. Dort's got to put it up. Shot is off the heel. And the rebound tracked down by Wembanyama. Victor pushing to Castle. Castle, skip pass to the corner. Champagny for 3. Yes, sir! JC for 3. 13th 3 of the game for the Spurs, and a timeout, Oklahoma City. The ball movement's been phenomenal tonight. 7 assists for Steph Castle, and the Spurs lead it by 10, 70-60 as we take into the SWBC timeout. 9:35 to go here in the third quarter. Spurs Radio, Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals continues in a moment.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
At Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel, Texas's premier entertainment destination, we love winners. With millions of dollars in jackpots paid, vehicles, cash, and gift giveaways monthly, the excitement never ends. Visit Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel in Eagle Pass, Texas, and find current promotions at LuckyEagleTexas.com or on social at Lucky Eagle Texas.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
Severe stomach cramps, trouble breathing, back pain? Don't diagnose yourself. For emergency medical care, leave it to the experts at one of our Methodist Healthcare ER locations. When it's an emergency, count on our trusted care teams and convenient locations. Our ERs offer high-quality emergency care 24/7. Choose emergency medical care wisely. Choose Methodist Healthcare. Find a location near you at sahealth.com/ER.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
9:35 to go in the third quarter. Spurs lead it by 10, 70-60. Look at the Bet365 stats here through the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter. Spurs 51% from the field, 44% from downtown, 13 of 29. 5 3-pointers away from tying the franchise record of 18 in these playoffs. That was in the closeout game number 6 in Minnesota in the last round. Oklahoma City at 45%, but just 6 of 19 from behind the line, which means the Spurs winning the three-point line by 21. 22 for Wembanyama, a dozen for Devin Vassell, and a dozen for Dylan Harper. Let's check in with Carl Schoening at the Spurs Radio Net Center.
Dan, you mentioned it before pitching the last break. The Spurs are moving the ball at a high level and converting those clean passes into made buckets. The Spurs have 19 assists on 24 made field goals, and 13 of those assists have come from Steph Castle and De'Aaron Fox.
And that's impressive. And so that is what we call the assist rate, Carl. 19 assists on 26 made field goals is good for a 73% assist rate, which means 73% of the Spurs' field goals are assisted. That's a Danalytic on the fly for you there. So the Thunder will take possession out of the timeout. Spurs lead it by 10, 70-60. Jared McCain walks it up the floor, hands it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein out behind the line, hands it off. Left wing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, skip pass across Caruso into the game. Underneath, spots SGA, left corner three is up, in and out. And the rebound, though, is put back down by Chet Holmgren. Another offensive rebound. That was a big key for Oklahoma City in the second half of game number 5. They've got 7 offensive rebounds and 14 second chance points now. They had 26 second chance points in game number 5. Castle, right side. Wembanyama rolling. Castle puts it up. Victor as he's met at the rim. Blocked by Holmgren, or Hartenstein rather, but a foul. That'll be Hartenstein's third. And Victor Wembanyama, the one thing he hasn't done tonight is go to the free throw line. And he'll go to the free throw line right now. Victor went to the line 12 times in game number 5 and made up a majority of his points, but this is his first trip tonight. He has lived behind the line, though, in this game. The three-point line, that is. 4 of 9 from downtown. 9 of his 17 field goals have come from behind the line. First free throw is good for Wembanyama. Victor in this series is now 43 for 47 from the free throw line. In the playoffs overall, he is 87%, 92 for 105. His first point of the second half. One more free throw coming for Wembanyama. 23 points in the game, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Second free throw is good. Spurs back up by 10, and then the lead pass instead of Caruso tipped out of bounds by De'Aaron Fox. Spurs activity showing once again here tonight. Thunder, their shot making's been good, but the Spurs made it tough on them. Inbounded SGA, left wing. Gilgeous-Alexander, watched by Castle. Castle poking. Gilgeous-Alexander moving into the paint, threw it away. And he goes to the ground. 5-on-4 Spurs. Vassell, transition three, no good. Offensive rebound, Wembanyama. Tried to go back up, had it slapped away out of his hands. And back the other way comes OKC. Extra pass, Gilgeous-Alexander in the right corner with the basketball, guarded by Wembanyama. Gilgeous-Alexander brings it out. Fans looking at this matchup here. Gilgeous-Alexander, step back jumper over Wembanyama is good. The MVP, Gilgeous-Alexander wins that battle there. He's got 15. 72-64. Fox attacking. Fox in the paint, pulls up. Shot is around and falls off the rim. De'Aaron still has yet to score in this game here tonight. 72-64. Gilgeous-Alexander to Hartenstein attacking, going up high off the glass, around and out. Rebound Wembanyama's 9th board, 1 away from a double-double. Over to Fox. Fox attacking. Fox up on the left hand, and then he scores. First points for De'Aaron Fox. Transition buckets there for the Spurs. Back up by 10, 74-64. Caruso hands it off here to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander fending off Castle. Hartenstein underneath, Holmgren with a catch, and then he lost it, and then it went off his shoe and out of bounds, so the ball will go back over to the Spurs. Holmgren thought he got pushed down as he rose to try to bring that down. That's 7 turnovers on Oklahoma City. And I think Mark Dagnall is going to call timeout to challenge for approximate foul. And because the ball went out of bounds, they can challenge this for a proximate foul as the ball went out of bounds off of Holmgren, but Oklahoma City is going to presume that a foul occurred, and hence the ball would then belong back to them as Zach Zarba comes over to deliver the news.
The ruling of San Antonio basketball is being challenged by Oklahoma City.
So we're going to challenge Oklahoma City. 6-4 in challenges in these playoffs. We'll have a timeout, and we'll take one as well. 7:37 to go here in the third. Spurs on top by 10, 74-64. This is Spurs Radio.
That is.
Taco Palenque. Get a free Taco Palenque breakfast taco after every Spurs playoff home or away game win. Choose from potato and egg or bean and cheese. It's available from 6 to 9 a.m. at Taco Palenque locations in San Antonio, Austin, Laredo, El Paso, Eagle Pass, Corpus Christi, and all across the Rio Grande Valley. Use the code SPURSWIN. The Taco Palenque app or in-store. Limit 1 per guest per day. No purchase or game ticket necessary. While we were on break, Zach Zarba came over and told us that De'Aaron Fox took out the legs of Chet Holmgren. Thus, a proximate foul has been called against Fox, which is his second. And the ball will go back to Oklahoma City. A successful challenge for Mark Daigneault, now 7-4 in challenges in these playoffs. And so the Thunder will keep possession. Side out of bounds, 14 on the shot clock, 7:37. Oh, God, a couple more seconds here. 7:30. We got the one clock reads 7:39. The center scoreboard reads 7:37, and our box score reads 7:36. I'm not sure who has the clock right. 7:39 now is what we got. All right, Thunder trigger the inbound. 14 on the shot clock. Caruso with the basketball. Up top, spots McCain, turning the corner. McCain floats it up over Luke Cornett, who's into the game. No good. Rebound, Dylan Harper. Harper brings down his fourth, hands it off to Castle. Castle, Harper, Cornett, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagny. Castle in the paint, Euro steps, puts it up, puts it in, count the basket, and the foul. Foul is on Jalen Williams. It's 11 points for Castle, get an M1 to the line. Third foul on Jalen Williams. Second Thunder player with 3 fouls of the game. Third team foul on Oklahoma City. Castle 5 of 6 of the free throw line tonight, and 6 of 7 as he completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. 12 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds for Steph. The Spurs by 13 again. Largest lead has been 15 tonight for the Spurs. Gilgeous-Alexander, right elbow jumper is no good. Rebound tipped up and taken by Harper. Took it right out of the hands of McCain. Left wing Vassell, back to D. Harp, up top. Harper attacking between his legs. Step back jumper, good. Dylan Harper, silky smooth here tonight. 14 points on 6 of 7 shooting. Caruso at the other end, fouled by Devin Vassell on his way up. Devin running back up the floor. He thought he had all ball. He's going right over to John Harris and saying, I got all ball there, John. And taking a look at it as Caruso goes to the free throw line. John Harris says, challenge this. Mitch Johnson calls the timeout and does challenge. And that was the one thing that we heard a couple of people say when Mitch Johnson was not awarded the challenge by James Capers in game number 5 was that he did not signal timeout before he signaled for a challenge. And by letter of the law, you do have to signal.
Ruling on the floor is
for
a defensive
timeout.
foul on Vassell. San Antonio challenging the ruling.
All right, so you hear Zach Zarba saying Spurs are challenging this ruling. But we have oftentimes seen not every coach signals an actual timeout before they twirl their finger up in the air to indicate a challenge. Yes, you have to call timeout, but the play was already dead. We were already in a meeting of the mind situations, the referees, going back to the Game 5 situation in Oklahoma City. And then Mitch Johnson's explanation after the game was that James Capers, the referee, simply didn't see him. And he was signaling for a challenge, which was, frankly ludicrous. Capers was standing right next to him. Johnson was about 5 feet out on the floor when he signaled for the challenge, so that if they didn't see him, well, that never made a lot of sense. Now, the question is whether you do have to signal for a timeout by letter of the law to get your challenge, and I guess we can maybe believe that a little bit more. But either way, Mitch Johnson made sure this time to signal for a timeout before pointing his right finger in the air, twirling it to signal for the challenge. Spurs are 9-4 in challenges in these playoffs. And in the regular season, they went 18-16 in challenges. It's been a good run for John Harris and the video crew and as far as challenges go here for the Spurs. Let's see if they win another one here. Taking a long look at it as Devin Vassell would be guilty of his first foul. And now Tyler Ford and Zach Zarba have made up their mind.
After review, Vassell is deemed to make legal contact with the basketball, knocking it loose. The ruling on the floor is going to be overturned to a no call. In the immediate aftermath of the play, Caruso was able to secure the ball. It'll be OKC ball, sideline out of bounds, successful challenge by San Antonio.
So it's a successful challenge. Spurs will keep the timeout, they'll keep the challenge, although it does take 2 points potentially off the board for Oklahoma City. Caruso did have possession of the ball, so in some ways it's a wash of a challenge because the Thunder keep possession, although the Spurs do maintain the ability to challenge one more time later in this game if they need to. Match their largest lead of 15 in this game, 79-64. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, at 10 on the shot clock. Screen, Hartenstein, switched on to Cornette. Now Gilgeous-Alexander with a double coming, attacking Cornette down on the baseline, scoops it up around and in, but before the shot, a foul on Luke Cornette. First foul on Cornette, that's the 4th team foul on the Spurs. And again, it'll be side out of bounds. And Spurs have hit the limit. Thunder shooting free throws the remainder of the quarter. We got 6:35 or 6:36 to go. Inbounded here to Wallace, who's back into the game. Bounce pass over to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA behind his back with a double shadow by Cornette. Spot Hartenstein. Hartenstein fouled on the floor. Push foul. It's called on Julian Champagnie, and that'll be his second. And they'll send Isaiah Hartenstein to the free throw line. So the Spurs over the limit, and the Thunder are in the bonus. Or I guess not. I thought they were over the limit on the last foul, but apparently not. Inbounded here to Hartenstein. Must have still had a Vassell foul on the board. So now that's 4 fouls. Caruso spots Wallace, right wing 3. No good. That's the first miss for Wallace from downtown tonight. First miss in the game, in fact. Harper, coast to coast, takes it strong, and he's fouled at the other end by SGA. First foul on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Dylan Harper going to the free throw line. 4th team foul in Oklahoma City. In game 1 of this series, Dylan Harper was phenomenal. 24 points in 47 minutes. He was 8 of 20 from the field, but he also had 11 rebounds and 6 dimes. And then in game number 2, had 12 points, and that was when we learned that Dylan Harper as he sinks the first free throw and suffered the adductor injury to his right leg, and he was clearly fighting through it as he left the game in the second half in game number 2, and really just didn't seem to be fully healthy in games 3, 4, and 5, even though he played. And tonight he looks fresh as a, I don't know, as fresh as you want to be, basically. He makes both free throws here. 16 points for Dylan Harper in the game. Spurs on top, 81-64. Isaiah Hartenstein. There to the right side, here's Cason Wallace. Wallace throws it up. Hartenstein with a catch, goes up with a miss, and Cornette ends up with a rebound. Hartenstein couldn't slam it down. Spurs with the basketball in transition. Harper is fouled on the way up. And Harper will get 2 free throws. The Spurs fans applaud not only the pressure and the defense, but particularly they applaud the pace and the execution on the offensive end by their team, as Harper's back to the free throw line after sinking his first 2 free throws of the night. He's 83% in these playoffs. First free throw's good. He is now 18 for 23. And for 22, that is, in this series. One more free throw coming. Under have gone 2.5 minutes without scoring. One more free throw for Harper is good. 18 points for Dylan Harper. Spurs on a 17-4 run, opening this game up with a 19-point lead, their largest of the game, 83-64. 5:40 remaining, third quarter. Pocket pass to Hartenstein, right corner Caruso, out top Wallace. Wallace kick out to J-Dub, back into the game. Pass out to SGA, and his pocket picked by Castle. Castle going the other way, up with the basketball, lost it on the way up, no foul. Back the other way, OKC. J-Dub hands to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander down to the left block. Ooh, he traveled, got away with it. 20,000 referees called it in the building. The only 3 didn't call it on the floor, but the miss from downtown by J-Dub. Yeah, 20,000 referees called a travel, including this broadcaster. Not the 3 on the floor. Castle in the paint. Euro steps, puts it up, puts it in. Oh, falling away. Steph Castle, 14 in the game. Spurs by 21, 85-64. Haven't lost in these playoffs when they've led by 20 or more. Spinning here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Kick out Caruso on the right side. Up top, here's Wallace. 8 to shoot. Wallace in the paint. Goes up, he's blocked by Champetti. Back out Caruso with 2 on the shot clock. Fires for 3, no good. Evan Vassell with a rebound. Spurs with the ball on a 19-4 run, up by 21. Harper behind his back. Harper, right wing, right hand dribble into the body of SGA. Pull up, right elbow jumper. No foul. Looked like SGA closed out for a foul. And a loose ball grab by the Thunder. Harper gets back up. Here comes OKC. Left wing Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll pull up for 3 from the left side. In and out. And the Spurs with the rebound. And we're down to 4:05 to go in the third quarter with the Spurs by 21 with the basketball. And Mitch Johnson's going to call timeout. We'll take one with the coach. Oklahoma City has gone 4-14 without a point. The Spurs, they are winning the non-Victor Wembanyama minutes by 13 here tonight. Lead the game 85-64. We'll take an SWBC timeout. Spurs Radio continues in a moment. 81, 85-64. And again, they are a plus 13 in the minutes that Victor Wembanyama has sat on the bench tonight. The best minutes with Victor on the bench in this series. They've been getting incredible defensive efforts from the guards tonight. Luke Cornett has put on a clinic when he's been out there on the floor. Even though he has not scored, he's doing just about everything else in terms of rotations. Victor's back in the game along with Keldon Johnson. Fox on the baseline, whips it out. Champagnie bouncing off of Isaiah Joe, scoops it up in the left hand for two. Joe is into the game with Jared McCain. First minutes for Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and Cason Wallace. Kind of getting to that point, too, where Mark Daigneault almost has to start thinking about Game 7 potentially. Wallace throws it away, trying to skip it across. Champagnie picks it off. Fox right wing. Fox weaves his way back out, shovels to Johnson on the left wing. Back to Fox around the horn. Champagnie right wing three. Off the front of the iron. Wembanyama tips it up. Secured by Holmgren. Right to the outlet play to the right side to Jared McCain. McCain into the body of Johnson, brushing him off. Cut off by Wembanyama. No thanks. Back out top to Joe behind his back. Handing it off to McCain. McCain down to the left block on the baseline. Trapped out to Joe. Left wing three is up. Is no good. And a gang rebound, and Keldon Johnson brings it down. Under 3 to play, and the Spurs outscoring the Thunder 27-11 here in the quarter. Wembanyama lost his footing as he went into Holmgren, lost the ball. Turnover against the Spurs. McCain pushing off on Johnson. Scoops it up, no. Champagnie rips down another rebound. His 6th. Again, the Spurs walk it up. 11 points to the Thunder, third quarter. Here's De'Aaron Fox. He lost the ball, and a loose ball foul going to be called on Cason Wallace. It'll be Wallace's first. That is the 6th team foul on Oklahoma City. Will put De'Aaron Fox at the free throw line. Oklahoma City has not scored since the 8:15 mark of this third quarter, coming up on 6 minutes without a point.
Wow.
To the line, free throw no good. It is a 15-0 run, I believe, for the Spurs overall. As back into the game, Harrison Barnes. Second free throw is good. So the Thunder walk it up the floor, and then they throw it away. The pass was intended for Chet Holmgren. It is a 16-0 run. It was 72-64 Spurs, so now on a 16-0 run with 2:25 remaining in this third quarter off the turnover. And the Spurs with possession of the ball up by 24. 16-0 run. Fox left side, screen from Wembanyama. Victor rolls. Fox spots Champagnie. Right wing three. No good. Rebound. Barnes digs it out. Throws it back out. Fox tiptoes the sideline. Keeps it alive. Wembanyama, 7 to shoot. Spotting Johnson spinning. Backing it in on Holmgren. Going up off the window. No good. Rebound taken down, but a foul on the floor is going to be called at Oklahoma City. Foul on Cason Wallace is second. Victor Wembanyama going back to the free throw line. Last points for Oklahoma City was a made Shai Gilgeous-Alexander bucket at the 8:23 mark. So it has been 6:22 the last time Oklahoma City has scored. 88-64, 16-0 run. Make it 17. Wembanyama with a free throw. One more free throw coming for Wembanyama. SGA coming back into the game for Wallace. SGA with the last field goal and the last points for Oklahoma City at the 8:23 mark. So again, 6:22 without a point for the Thunder. Spurs outscoring them 17-0 in that stretch. One more free throw for Wembanyama to try and stretch the lead to 26. And Victor does score. It's an 18-0 run. Wembanyama's got 26. 2 minutes remaining, third quarter. Joe left wing. Kick out Holmgren right side. Holmgren into the paint. Spins it out. Kenrich Williams into the game for a second turn here tonight. Williams driving, attacking, spinning. Puts it up. Left it short. Tipped up. Wembanyama handing it off. Into the hands of Fox, right wing Barnes, extra pass Johnson, corner pocket three, no good. Wembanyama rebound, tried to tip it back up and in, and he missed. And secured there by Kenrich Williams. Coming up now on 7 minutes without a point for Oklahoma City. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander puts it up off the window, no good. And the Thunder down 26 here as we come upon the final minute. Fox bouncing off of Williams and a foul on Kenrich Williams. The Spurs can stretch this out to a 20-0 run. But De'Aaron Fox going to the free throw line. First foul on Kenrich Williams. And the Spurs, who've gone to the line 17 times tonight, while the Thunder have gone to the line only 7 times. Mentioned it before that when the Thunder shoot below 20 free throws in this series, they do not win. Aaron Fox with 3 points. As Castle's back in for Champagnie. One more free throw coming up for Fox. Fox with 4 points, 2 of 3 at the free throw line. 1 of 8 from the field. He does have 7 assists. Second free throw, good. 20-0 run for the Spurs over the last 7 minutes and 8 seconds. 92-64. Isaiah Joe with the ball. Right side of the corners, Chet Holmgren backing it in on Wembanyama. Backing it in, now we'll take it out, set on the shot clock, handing to Joe. Joe spinning baseline. Joe brings it out. Joe weaves on Johnson, sneaks underneath, spots Holmgren underneath. Holmgren puts it up and in, and those are the first points in 8 minutes and 27 seconds for Oklahoma City. Snaps a 20-0 run. 92-66 with under a minute to play. Fox, free throw line jumper over Williams, in and out. Rebound taken down by Jalen Williams as he hands it off to Gilgeous-Alexander. Thunder can go 2 for 1. Here's Jay Will, who will fire up the left wing three. No good. Castle brings down the rebound. 4-second difference, game clock and shot clock. A 20-2 run here over the last 8:23 of this third quarter. Castle. Bounce pass, Fox, left corner, Wembanyama. Shot clock at 3. Victor going up, blocked as he was met at the rim. And Victor then loses it out of bounds. Holmgren gets the block. That'll be his second of the game. 4.5 seconds remaining. Williams rifles the pass ahead to Holmgren. Holmgren backing it in on Victor. Fadeaway jumper blocked by Wembanyama. And that is how the quarter ends. An exclamation point from Victor Wembanyama on Chet Holmgren. Spurs outscore the Thunder 20-2 over the final 8:23 of that third quarter. And they go to the fourth quarter with a 92-66 lead, up by 26. 36 minutes down, 12 to play. Spurs Radio, Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals continues in a moment. Fourth quarter we go. The Spurs outscore the Thunder 32-13 in that third quarter. Spurs are now outscoring the opposition by 104 in the third quarter here in these playoffs. Lead at 92-66 as we go to the final 12 minutes. Take a look at the Bet365 stats through three quarters. Spurs shooting 47%, 39% now from behind the line in this game, 13-33. Victor Wembanyama only scored 3 points or 4 points in that third quarter. Didn't need him to score very much. He's 26 and 10 for the game. 18 points for Dylan Harper, 14.7 assists for Stephon Castle, and a dozen for Devin Vassell. The Thunder shot just 21% in that third quarter, 6 of 28. They are 37% for the game, 23% from behind the line. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15 to lead the way. So to the fourth quarter we go. Spurs will have the basketball here as we start the fourth. Harrison Barnes, De'Aaron Fox, Steph Castle, Victor Wembanyama, and Keldon Johnson. Ross Banks Center is rocking as we begin the fourth quarter. Castle with a basketball crossing the timeline. Picked up by Isaiah Joe. Right side feeds Harrison Barnes. In the right corner is Keldon Johnson. Up top here is Victor Wembanyama. 10 to shoot. Wembanyama right elbow extended. Jab step. Victor puts it to the floor. Victor fadeaway jumper. No good. Rebound Jay Will. Thunder coming the other direction with Isaiah Joe on the left side. Lost his footing. Nearly lost the ball. Recovers. Whips it to Jared McCain. Left corner three is good. Jared McCain knocks down his second three of the night. He's got 8 points. 92-69, opening minute here of quarter number 4. Spurs looking to force a game 7. Be Saturday night back in the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City. Stephon Castle, kick out left wing. Harrison Barnes for 3. Yes, sir! HB with his first points of the game. And his fifth made 3 of these playoffs. 95-69, 1 minute gone here in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander starting the fourth on the bench. McCain in the paint gets a foul from Castle as he puts it in. The bump foul from Castle from behind will be his second. And Jared McCain now in double figs with 10. He's the 5th Thunder player in double figures tonight. And 1 free throw coming for McCain. The lead now 24. Timeout Mitch Johnson as the Spurs are going to challenge this one.
Ruling on the floor is a defensive foul on Castle. San Antonio's challenging the ruling.
So the Spurs win a challenge earlier, allows them to make another challenge here. They'll do that. We'll take a timeout. 10:55 to go, fourth quarter. Spurs by 24. 95-71. Spurs Radio. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals continues in a moment. 10:55 to go in the ball game. Spurs on top by 24, 95-71. In between whistles, and the challenge against the Spurs was deemed to be unsuccessful as they were looking for an all-farm offensive foul, and Jared McCain, Zach Zarba said, otherwise, no offensive foul. And the basket good for McCain, and the foul. He'll go with the free throw line for an and one. Let's check in with Carl Schoening over the Spurs Radio Net Center.
Dan, this upcoming free throw for the and one for McCain is only going to be the 8th free throw attempt for the entire Oklahoma City squad through this game, and the Spurs on the other side have gone 17 of 19 from the free throw line. So the Spurs not only doing a good job getting to the charity stripe, but keeping the Thunder off of it all game long.
Well, like I said, Carl, it was in game number 1, which was, maybe the game of the year in the NBA, the double overtime thriller. But this crew, Zach Zarbo, the lead crew, they only called 45 fouls total in the game, and only 38 fouls over the course of 48 minutes. And tonight there's only been 26 fouls called in the game, which would be a series low. And we'll get some more fouls here in the fourth quarter. But, night and day as far as what the whistles have been from crew to crew over the course of this series. McCain completes the three-point play, and he's now got 11 in the game, 95-72, with 10:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Castle with the basketball, right side, Dylan Harper. Around the horn, Keldon Johnson. Wembanyama will get it back, whips it over to D. Harp. Up top, here's Castle, squares up. Castle spots Johnson, left wing three is up. An air ball, overshot it. The rebound taken by Jalen Williams. Out of the left wing side to Kenrich Williams, back to Jay Will. Jay Will spinning, picks up the dribble up high, skip pass right wing into the hands of Dort. Walking it back, and then he was looking at McCain, who was cutting, and he threw it out of bounds. 10 turnovers called on Oklahoma City tonight. And the Spurs have turned the previous 9 into 11 points. Spurs have been winning the battle from the perimeter, plus 21 at the three-point line tonight, and winning at the line where they are plus 10. That is a plus 31-point difference, and they're up by 23. Castle to Wemby up top, one-hand slam with the right hand, and a Methodist Healthcare assist between area 51. 28 for Wembanyama, 9 dimes for Steph Castle. Right side, here's McCain. McCain bouncing off Dylan Harper. He goes up, foul by Castle, and McCain will get a couple of free throws. 3 fouls on Steph's. Jared McCain will go back to the free throw line. It's funny we go back to that game 1, which again was just an epic game. But since that game, the next 5, we'll presume this one doesn't get much closer than where it currently sits, at least for now. None of those games have been deemed to be clutch games as McCain hits the first free throw. And what I mean by clutch game, for those who don't follow the analytics, a clutch game is determined to be within 5 points with 5 minutes or less remaining. And we haven't had one of those since the opening game of this series, won by the Spurs. Game 2 was won by the Thunder by 9, but since then, a 15-point win by the Thunder, a 21-point win by the Spurs, and then a 13-point win by the Thunder. So this is shaping up to be the 3rd consecutive game, actually the 4th consecutive game to be score as Barnes hits another 3. The 4th consecutive game the team has won by double digits. 174, 2.5 minutes on by here in the 4th. Dort right wing 3, that is up and no good. Isaiah Joe tracks down the offensive rebound and then throws it off McCain and out of bounds. So 4 straight games to potentially be determined by double digits. So as great as this series has been back and forth, potentially going to a 7th game coming up on Saturday night, it's funny that the games overall haven't been overly competitive. Victor Wembanyama's back to the bench here with 9:15 remaining in the ball game. Dylan Harper, Luke Cornett, Keldon Johnson, Steph Castle, Harrison Barnes out there. Harper lobbing it up, Cornett putting it up and slamming it down. First points of the game for Luke Cornett, and another Methodist Healthcare assist. This one dished out by D. Harp, number 4 on the night. McCain back out to Kenrich Williams. Right wing 3 is good. Kenrich Williams has had the hot hand from 3 the last few games. First points of the game for him. And then a foul afterwards called on Oklahoma City. It's on Lou Dort, who picks up the personal. 102-77 with 8:47 remaining. Harper walks it up the floor. Spurs can afford to use some clock here now. Harper attacks as he gets down to the baseline, whips it left corner. Barnes, another three. That's no good. After hitting his first two, rebound last touched out of bounds by the Spurs. Spurs' last foray into the NBA playoffs, which was back in 2019, it's also a 7-game series against the Denver Nuggets in the opening round. The Nuggets eventually ended up prevailing in a Game 7 that did not feature a lot of scoring. Spurs create another turnover. Left side, here's Dylan Harper in transition. Spinning off of Joe, takes it strong, lays it up, no. Follow-up rebound, no good. And leaking out ahead is Jay Will, get an easy dunk. Jalen Williams now with 4 points in the game, just his second field goal. 102-79, lead is 23. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is yet to play in this fourth quarter. Castle up top between his legs. Castle jump step into the paint, puts it up with the left hand, puts it in. Count the basket and the foul. 2 more on the board for Steph Castle. 16 points for Castle. It's been a good night for him. Really, it's been a good night across the board for the Spurs. It'd be funny that as Lou Dort picks up his second, if SGA does not return to this game, it'd be the second time in this series that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been held below 20 points. And if you remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander went 140 games in the regular season and counting. All 82 games in the regular season, scoring at least 20 or more. He broke Wilt Chamberlain's record of consecutive regular season games with 20 points or more at 126. And now potentially for the second time in this series to be held below 20 as Castle hits the free throw. He was held below 20 in one of the previous rounds, so it wouldn't be the first time in these playoffs. It would certainly be the first time multiple times in one series. Left wing three on the way for McCain is off the mark, and the rebound, Carter Bryant was checked into the game. Long pass ahead to Castle. Castle going up, puts it up, no. Offensive rebound, Cornette powers back up. He's fouled by Jalen Williams. That'll be Williams' fourth. Now they call Isaiah Joe instead. It'll be his first. Send Luke Cornette back to the free throw line. 5 rebounds tonight for Cornette. 1 thunderous dunk. He's played 12 minutes. He is a plus 13 tonight as the Spurs lead it by 26. So Spurs are plus 13 when Victor Wembanyama is on the floor. Cornette missing the free throw. They're now plus 13 when Victor Wembanyama has been off the floor here tonight. And I think that's been maybe the biggest storyline in this game, because we talked about how Oklahoma City had dominated the non-Victor minutes coming in, winning them by 51. And tonight, the Spurs winning both the Victor minutes and the non-Victor minutes. Aaron Wiggins is into the game for the first time, and this, my guess, is the beginning of the emptying of the benches for both teams, as Jordan McLaughlin is also into the game for the first time as well for the Spurs. You got McCain along with Jay Will, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, and Kenrich Williams, the 5 on the floor. So doubtful to see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander the remainder of the game. McCain spotting Joe, right wing three is up and good for Isaiah Joe. 35% three-point shooter in the playoffs. In the regular season, Joe was 42%. It's one of their marksmen, 106-82. Laughlin handing it off here to Carter Bryant, up top for Luke Cornette. Still have almost 7 minutes remaining in the game. Keldon Johnson buries his man, puts it up with the right hand for 2. 7 points for Keldon Johnson. They haven't been as loud as they were in Game 5, but again, the production has been just as important. Spurs bench doing their job here tonight. Joe, another 3. This one's off the mark. A deep rebound. It is tracked by McLaughlin. Spurs bench has outscored the Thunder bench by 7, 36-29. Keldon Johnson out top of the left side and between the legs. Johnson backing it in, crossing up Joe. Spins, kick out. Carter Bryant, open 3. No good. Rebound, a loose ball foul on Jalen Williams. That'll be his 4th. Fourth team foul against the Thunder, so the Spurs shooting free throws the rest of the night here. And as oftentimes you find in a 7-game series, it is punch, counter-punch as Nikola Topic, the young rookie, checks into the game for the first time. Lindy Waters is into the game. It's the second straight game at the Frost Bank Center. We're going to end with about 7 to 8 minutes of what would be, at times, glorified preseason rosters. Keldon Johnson puts it up and in for 2. And here comes Kelly Olynyk getting set to check back in. Johnson's got 9. 110-82. Both coaches prepare themselves for a 7th game as Kenrich Williams missing from the right wing. Waters, extra pass. Barnes, corner pocket 3. Too strong. Deep rebound. Johnson lobs it back out. Waters, McLaughlin down low. Carter Bryant in the paint. Kick out. Johnson. Barnes again. Left wing. Barnes looking to go out to Waters. Picked off by Topic. Ahead to Wiggins. Williams. Straightaway 3. No good. Rebound. McCain. Take it back out to Topic. Back to Kenrich Williams. The basketball up top behind his back. Kenrich Williams attacking, brushing off Waters down to the left block. Williams, a little Euro step and a little spin move as he goes up. He's fouled. And Waters picks up the foul. They'll put Kenrich Williams at the free throw line as Bismack Biyombo will join Kelly Olynyk coming into the game. The Jackals begin the Spurs in 7 chant as Kenrich Williams goes to the free throw line. Game 7, which is where we appear to be heading. As Williams hits the first free throw, will be Saturday night, 7 p.m. at the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City. 6:30 for Spurs radio game night. And the first game 7 for the Spurs since the 2019 playoffs, the last time the Spurs were in the playoffs, and they lost in 7 games to the Denver Nuggets. That game was on the road. This one will be on the road as well. Second free throw is good for Williams. 110-84 with 5:15 to play. Oklahoma City will go back home tonight. Spurs would travel to Oklahoma City tomorrow. McLaughlin turns the corner. McLaughlin takes it deep, floats it up, blocked by Williams. Isaiah Joe brings it back down. Joe will carry it across the timeline. Kenrich basketball attacking, swoops it up left hand, falls off the rim. Bryant with a rebound ahead on the right wing. Here's McLaughlin. Draw it back out. And now we'll play to Carter Bryant on the right side between his legs. Bryant bouncing off of Williams. Double team. Bryant then travel. 11 turnovers on the Spurs tonight as Bryant comes out. Good minutes tonight for Carter Bryant. 8 minutes. One thunderous dunk. That was early in the game. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. 4:34 remaining in this one. Spurs on top by 26. 110-84. Spurs Radio. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals continues in a moment.
At SWBC, we believe
ball game. Spurs on top by 26. 110-84 the score. Look at our Ticketmaster upcoming games. There will be a game number 7. It'll come up on Saturday night at the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City. Broadcast time will begin at 6:30 p.m. with Spurs Radio Game Night. Carl Schoening will get you started there. Tip time just after 7 p.m. The winner will go to the NBA Finals to meet the New York Knicks. When you need tickets, Ticketmaster's got you covered. As the official ticket marketplace of the Spurs and the NBA, Ticketmaster's got a wide selection of seats available for every game. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Spurs. I believe it'd be the second Game 7 we've had in these, no, it'd be the third Game 7 we've had in these NBA playoffs. Had a Game 7, the opening round between Orlando and Detroit. Also, we had NBA fourth Game 7 at a Game 7 between Detroit and Cleveland, and Game 7 Boston and Philadelphia. Mason Plumlee filling out the bench minutes here for the Spurs tonight, and so everybody has gotten into the game with 4:34 to go in the ball game. Oklahoma City doesn't have as deep a roster. Thomas Sorber has been out for the season. He's their rookie. Here's Aaron Wiggins with the basketball up top. Guarded by Bismack Biyombo. Step back jumper. The left block's off the glass for 2. First points of the game for Aaron Wiggins. 4:08 remaining here. Jordan McLaughlin walks it up the floor, plays it over to the left side. Kelly Olynyk skips it back right wing. McLaughlin. Up top, Olynyk. Olynyk backing it in. Spitting in the paint. Scoops it up right hand. No good. Kenrich Williams brings down the rebound. Outlet to Topic. Nikola Topic as he's fouled out top by Mason Plumlee. In case you missed it, Mason Plumlee was retroactively assessed a flagrant foul for his foul on Jared McCain at the end of game number 5. That just comes with a fine. And then if you pick up so many flagrant fouls, it eventually leads to a 1-game suspension. More for administrative purposes than anything else. The 3 for Lou Dort comes up short, tipped back up and in by Kenrich Williams. 110-88 down to 3:35 remaining in the ball game. McLaughlin between his legs, out top, Olynyk into the left corner, Plumlee. Wing baseline, kicks it out, McLaughlin running down to the right block, spinning, hands it underneath Olynyk. Reverse layup is good. First points of the game for Kelly. 112-88. Most of the fans have stuck around. Some have contently made their way to the exits as Dort misfires on a 3, getting ready to go honking once again downtown San Antonio. Spurs, their 3 games here at home in this series as Olynyk gets an and 1. They had another opportunity at the line. Spurs are going to finish 2-1 against Oklahoma City at home in this series, and for now, 6-3 would be their home record in these playoffs. They would need to pick up a 6th win on the road to see another game here at the Frost Bank Center this season. As Olynyk completes the 3-point play, 115-88 with 3 minutes remaining. And in the NBA Finals, in case you're wondering, and not to get too far ahead of ourselves, begin on June the 3rd. Kenrich Williams' 3 is off the mark. And the rebound taken down by McLaughlin. The outlet left wing side. Lindy Waters the 3rd. McLaughlin with the basketball up top. Waters into the left corner, controlled by Plumlee. Skip pass tipped out of bounds. So the Spurs will improve to 5-1 in their last 6 elimination games at home, while the Thunder will drop to 0-4 in their last 4 game 6s. It's uncanny sometimes how numbers work out. Waters a left wing 3. That's no good. As the Spurs in 7 chance begin to permeate once again throughout the Frost Bank Center. As Williams between his legs, 2:25 remaining. Williams dancing on Plumlee. Kick out Dort, punched over to the right wing. Topic a 3. That's an air ball. And Olynyk gets pushed out of bounds. Isaiah Joe picks up the
Appreciate
foul.
y'all sticking around. Thought this was going to end up a better game.
In the ball
Hey, see y'all Saturday. Have a good night.
And Olynyk will walk the length of the floor to shoot free throws. If there's good news tonight, on top of the good news of a win, it's the fact that Other than Steph Castle, every Spurs starter played below 30 minutes in this game tonight, including Victor Wembanyama, who scored 28 points in 28 minutes on 10 of 21 shooting. He only took 15 shots in game number 5. He took 16 shots in the first half alone here tonight. Kelly Olynyk sinks the free throw. The majority, if not all of that 20-0 run was with Victor Wembanyama on the bench, and that's also encouraging from the Spurs' perspective as well. Another turnover on Oklahoma City, and another turnover on the Spurs. Mason Plumlee can't catch up to the pass from Jordan McLaughlin. The Spurs a plus 15 in the non-Victor Wembanyama minutes tonight as we go under 2 minutes remaining. I have to go back and check and see if Victor was off the floor for the duration of that 20-0 run as Wiggins hits the three. We're under 2 minutes remaining. Take a look at that over the course of the timeout before we get going to the post-game show. McLaughlin will pull up the left wing three. That's an air ball. Williams brings it down. Victor Wembanyama went out at the 7:39 mark, so the Spurs were up 74-64 and ended up going up 94-64. Yeah, he was out. They were up 92-66. 90-64. 92-64 was where they got before Victor came back in. So, yeah, it was basically Victor was on the bench for most of that run. Waters puts it up and in. A minute 10 remaining. We were just kind of taking a look at the play-by-play of that while we were watching the Spurs go back up. 118-91 as we come upon the final minute here. Wiggins with the basketball. Attacking in the paint, floats it up and around, no good. And McLaughlin brings down the rebound. Will bring it up. A couple more possessions left in the game. Waters, Olynyk around the horn. Jordan McLaughlin with the basketball. Inside, Olynyk. Inside, Biyombo puts it up with the right hand. No good. Drops short. And Oklahoma City will go the other way. Down to 35 seconds left in the game. Pull-up three for Kenrich Williams is off the mark. 8-second difference, game clock and the shot clock, and I don't think the Spurs will not take another shot here. Let the shot clock expire, and then Oklahoma City will have one final possession as the fans come to their feet here at the Frost Bank Center, applauding the Spurs on another tremendous response by this young team. Very similar to the response we saw in game number 4. As Oklahoma City inbounds and the final 5 seconds tick off, and there will be a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals. You can turn out the lights in the gym here tonight. Spurs are headed home and headed back to Oklahoma City with a W for Game 7 coming up on Saturday. 118-91 the final here tonight as the Spurs win it by 27, their largest margin of victory here so far in this series. Spurs win it wire to wire here tonight. 5 finish in double figures, 28 points, 10 rebounds in 28 minutes for Victor Wembanyama. Dylan Harper, the spark off the bench, had 18 tonight. 17 for Castle, a dozen for Devin Vassell, and 10 for Julian Champagnie. And for the second time in 3 games, the two-time MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, finishes below 20 points, and he was a team worst minus 28 in this game here tonight. Coming up on our Spurs post-game show, we'll take a look back at our scoring summary, stats, highlights, analysis from this one. We're joined by our impact player of the game downstairs outside the Spurs locker room, Carl. Back up here for some final thoughts as we take a look ahead to Game 7 of this series and the right to go to the NBA Finals coming up on Saturday. All that and much more. Our Frost Game Changer tonight, Dylan Harper. 18 points in 22 minutes. Really the spark the Spurs sorely needed in this one as you get a big-time performance from Victor Wembanyama. But D-Harp was looking like the D-Harp of old earlier in these playoffs. 118-91 the final. Next Spurs broadcast comes up Saturday night. Game 7 from Oklahoma City. Get you started with Spurs Radio Game.